himself, but to be out and about, being a celebrity, being spotted. Where has he been? What's he doing? What's he been? I love it. Let them be living that life. Where can we be? Where can we walk a red carpet? Where can we be seen? I will take life with Jalen Hurts, boring-ass Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley, who literally are as boring as white milk and saltine crackers. And I will
the main thing.
I'll take it all day long because I think you win with players like that.
Do we believe what he's doing right now? What do you think?
That's a rough question, Ricky.
Well, it's a loaded one, of course.
It is. The jury for me is still so out. I mean, the past week offered some reason to think it's still in there. Did we think that before? I don't know anybody who did. On the other hand, even if you look at this past week, it's a 241 batting average with 0 walks over the last 8 games. But there's 3 homers and a double in there. And I think within that, there's some signs this might not be the disaster than people thought it was. And like the reason to think...
All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All day. We're here. Well, at least till 2 o'clock. Middays with Marks. 97.5 The Fanatic. On the radio. On the 97.5 The Fanatic app. Love it. Check it out. Download it. On YouTube. All of our live viewers on YouTube, in the chat, not in the chat. You don't have to chat if you watch on YouTube. It's not a prerequisite. It's not a requirement. But we love our community of YouTube chatters. Good morning, everybody out there watching, listening. It is another day in the Delaware Valley and lots of things to talk about. As we say good morning to Ray Dunn. Raymond, good morning.
Morning, Johnny. How are you?
Why is my voice gone?
I don't know. I was kind of concerned about that when you came in.
Why is it gone? It was gone last night, too. I did a Philly baseball talk after the game on Trey Turner.
The stress of Trey Turner, that's what did it.
No, I'm not stressed about Trey Turner. We'll break it down today, Trey Turner. He did not sit out last night, as we all thought he was going to. But oh well.
Marlins pitching doing its best job to try and sit him down.
Man, that was the biggest lock of the year last night. Zach Wheeler against the Marlins. As we say good morning to Mr. Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Hello, everybody. You World Cup'd up. We got a little France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
Dynamite games yesterday, all ties, and then a scoreless game.
You would think that happened a lot, or it's happened a lot, but it actually hasn't, which is crazy. But yesterday, all 4 World Cup matches ended in a draw. Second time in World Cup history. First time in 68 years there were 4 draws in one single day. Yep, wagering perspective, if you placed a 4-way parlay, $100, you would have won $64,000 on TK. Yep. How about that?
I could do that.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been nice. That's some good cash right there. Look, I just enjoy having... You know me. I was yelling about Sunday when there was nothing to watch, so I just enjoy coming home.
You need sports.
And I know it's on. So I had the Phils. They were rolling. I had the other game because it was in a little bit of a middle period, and then it went into the night game.
I was slipping around. I was watching last night.
Yep.
It was a good sports night. The Phillies game was good. We'll talk about the Phillies later on. We're not going to lead with the Phillies and Trey Turner. But, yeah, it was a decent sports night. As we have more World Cup today, more Sean Brace appearances, Ray Dunn appearances coming up. You guys are busy. In a boot.
Yeah, we're the ones we should be having the bad voice. What's your reason?
I don't know.
Those pool parties.
I don't. Yelling at the girl with the nice butt.
Somebody at Wawa this morning was talking about not a lifeguard, but hey, man, I heard her go to the girl that was working there. If you're going to a pool, you can't be wearing that. You got to be having. You got to if there's families around. So I heard, I eavesdropped this conversation, and they were talking about pool etiquette when it comes to swimwear. How about that?
Were they listening to the show?
How about that?
I almost asked them. I said, "Was this a lifeguard?"
Pretty interesting coincidence. No, but also for the etiquette of the swimmers, right?
Yes.
Of the patrons. Should you be showing your buttocks everywhere? Ray would say yes.
I'm pro butter.
Show 'em.
I'm pro cheeks, man.
Mo Cheeks.
Mo cheeks.
Yeah, I mean,
Mo better.
All right.
Mo Cheeks, no problem.
Off and running.
So if you're out there listening, right, and before you say, "Oh, another Jalen Hurts show," let me put on. I'm going to listen to a podcast. I'm going to listen to satellite radio. Just hang with us for a second. Now, I'm going to bring up Joe Santaloquido. Oh, Joe Santaloquido, he makes stuff up, the evil media. Joe Santaloquido, every big story that he's put out there, he's actually been correct. The Carson Wentz stuff, oh, man, people wanted to kill him. He was correct. A.J. Brown, even the media came out after Joe Santaloquido reported A.J. requested trades during the season. I hadn't heard that. Now everybody reports, yeah, A.J. Brown requested trades during the season. So Joe's plugged in. He really, really is. And I don't know Joe well. I've known Joe for a long time. He's not a guy that's out there throwing stuff against the wall. He's just not. That's not Joe. So he wrote something yesterday. Well, I guess it was even Sunday because I saw it on Sunday. He wrote something on Bleeding Green Nation, and I'll paraphrase, which said that, Jalen Hurts isn't necessarily happy about the way that the Eagles are supporting him. And he brought up Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz received more support internally from the team when he was going through all the stuff back then than Jalen Hurts has. What support has Jalen Hurts received, publicly after this past season? A.J. Brown got traded. Everybody knows he doesn't like Jalen Hurts or that he doesn't like him being the quarterback, so he got traded. Have there been any leaks about how A.J. was a problem or it really wasn't Jalen's problem? No, everything that's been out there has been that Jalen does this or Jalen does that. Agreed? Do we all agree on that?
Yes, I do think that there may be potentially some comments in a locker room, post-game gaggle that players have had his back before. So this isn't like all or nothing when you say that.
Okay.
And, oh, by the way, Jeffrey Lurie did have his back.
Jeffrey Lurie loves him.
Yes.
Okay, good point.
But in a long time, it feels like that was a long time ago that Jeffrey Lurie was at the podium and he said that.
But I also think if you asked Jeffrey Lurie the question today, he would answer in a similar fashion.
Agreed.
That's not going to waver. It's just that I guess important members of the organization, Howie Roseman, had an opportunity to really have his back, didn't. Any of his teammates, Mailata came out. I don't think all of his teammates hate him. I'm not saying that at all. But they don't seem moved to come out and be like, hang on a second, this is crap. In fact, all you've heard is the Saquon Barkley. He's one of my favorite teammates of all time. So anyway, Santaloquido was on today. He's making the case now, and he did it in his post on Bleeding Green Nation. He's making the case that maybe it's Hurts that is going to tell the Eagles, hey, you know what? I'm not really interested in signing that new contract. That it's going to be Hurts that dictates because he's not happy with the way he's going. So do you have Andrew's question in it? It's Andrew's question is from this morning and Santaloquido's answer. Listen.
The future of Jalen Hurts, is it more hinging on his play or his desire of where he wants to be? Because you're saying that he may not necessarily feel appreciated here. So is this Eagles will make a decision on Jalen Hurts moving forward, or Jalen Hurts will make a decision on Jalen Hurts moving forward?
The latter. Because you're again dealing with something here, and again the Barkley situation where it came to a point in time where you can only kick me so long before I went out.
Ooh, you can only kick me so long before I went out. So are we? Because it sure seems like to me that the Eagles are frustrated with Jalen, the quarterback, and Sean Mannion's coming in, and they're saying, "Hey, we're not running this college offense anymore. You're gonna have to evolve, and this is what we're gonna do. We're bringing in Sean Mannion, and Mannion's had his back. Nick Sirianni's had his back." But I firmly believe that the way the Eagles are behaving, and I'm not talking about all the players, I'm talking about the front office, they're kind of telling you what they think of them, which is, Yeah, we know he's won. Yeah, but do we think we can win with somebody else? Yeah. Right? Like, A.J. Brown doesn't think he's a good quarterback. Jeffrey Lurie's hugging him. A.J. Brown doesn't think he wants a good quarterback, and he wants to be traded, and the teammates are saying, oh, A.J., we love you. It's just really, really interesting. I hadn't thought of Jalen's a different dude, Sean, and I would love to know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. Could he be thinking, you know what, F these guys? Like, they think that they're going to get rid of me. Maybe I don't want to come back. And I could totally see him thinking that way.
Yeah, we got a long way to go until the season plays out, and that's going to answer a lot of our questions, right? Because to me, if Jalen has success this year, then everybody's going to fall in line, including Jalen. Jalen wouldn't want to go anywhere else if he's able to turn this season into, you know, what we set the bar at, and that is competing for a Super Bowl championship. We have a Club Hurts video. Matter of fact, a lot of them. We'll talk about that a little bit later, Club Hurts update. But the one guy said point blank that this is the golden age of the Eagles. Yeah, it's the golden age of the Eagles because of Howie Roseman, but for crying out loud, who's been the quarterback this whole time, right? Nick Sirianni gets praised. Hey, happy birthday, coach. He was at the game. I thought that was pretty
smartest coach in the world.
Do we have a section on where he was last night? He's with the people, right?
I didn't.
He was right in the thick of it. That was shocking.
That seems
the
like
NFL head coach just sitting in the stands like a normal guy.
But that's kind of a Sirianni move. Probably drinking beers, a couple Miller Lights.
The man.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That raises the bar. Put that out to the text people if somebody knows the section. I want to know exactly the section where he was.
Davis on the text line, 610-632-0975.
Thank you. But with that, staying on A.J. Brown, and it's like, I ask you this question. Who have they publicly supported that we could compare it to? Because
Carson Wentz.
If a Super Bowl MVP quarterback doesn't deserve the public support or isn't getting enough public support from this organization, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So ask yourself the question.
Why? Yeah. And I was asking myself the question when you were talking earlier, if Howie Roseman had the opportunity to redo it and step to the podium like he did 2 months ago, would he have answered it the same way today? Knowing a little bit of the backlash, a little bit of the pushback, hey, you got to stand up a little bit here. Like, this is not necessarily something that's good. Yeah, you got rid of A.J. Brown, no doubt.
They said I was a
He's
deal.
out. Goodbye. But all in all, that article was written, and there were a lot more people tagged to it than A.J. Brown. So I think Howie Roseman needs to realize that maybe not everything is all sunshine and rainbows behind the scenes.
We'll play what he said. I almost wonder if he got lost and he was mad because he felt like the team was being criticized, and really his answer had nothing to do with Jalen. Because if you listen to the answer, he was like, we always have difficult conversations with our players.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's perfect, because then I would go into, then yeah, he would answer it differently.
I would hope so. Even if he doesn't mean it, he should answer it differently. These guys lie all the time.
Why not?
Give me a break. Carson Wentz was a pain in the ass. He was difficult to deal with. Didn't stop the Eagles from supporting him. Maybe they learned something from that. Maybe they're just like, that's the way they feel about Jalen. So here's the question, and we'll leave this for the Davis Honda text line, which is 610-632-0975. The voice memo. Leave the voice memo on the same number, 610-632-0975. And that's the same number to call, Sean. It does it for all of them.
Unbelievable.
All right? If you were Jalen Hurts, would you be upset? And when you look at it as a fan, is it fair for Jalen Hurts to be upset with the way this has all went down? 610-632-0975. Would you be upset? Is it fair for him to be upset if we're listening to what Joe Santoliquito says, which is essentially he's not happy with the way that he's being treated? He's being called the coachability. He can't be coached. He doesn't listen. He's not good. A.J. Brown doesn't like him. All these things. 610-632-0975. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
His swing now is just totally different than it was in spring training and even what it was a few weeks ago. He's moved back in the box. He's opened up more than we've ever seen him. He's not pointing that bat at the pitcher anymore, which made his setup so long, so slow. I just don't know what it means yet. I keep thinking back to that 2023 postseason. I'm sure you guys remember it well. That dude homered 5 games in a row in the LCS and World Series. But since the second half of that next season, 2024, I can only find 2 other weeks like this one where he even hit 3 bombs in a week. So let's see what the next week looks like. I would just say I still think he's going to get a lot of runway. I mean, there's no one literally to replace him out there. There's no star right-handed hitting right fielder they can go trade for.
So let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and
their venom seemed to be pointed at the team. And their question was, why isn't anyone coming out and refuting some of this stuff? You know, and I thought they were constructive deep dives on Hurts this past offseason. But some of the folks that are close to Hurts were like, you know, where's the other side of it? What are the Eagles saying about this? What are they coming out and saying about this? Now, the Eagles are capital Livid at me, livid at me for not going to them about anything. And I'm like, well, wait a second here. I looked all over the place. There was nothing after those stories were written in defense of Hurts. I went looking again after, you know, oh, maybe you're not looking hard enough. Well, you know what? Bring it to my attention what I may have missed. I'm looking, and I couldn't find anything.
Oh, Santa Laquita, I'm not making any friends down at the Jeff. Publicly saying the Eagles are livid at him. Interesting.
Kind of sounds like a stereotypical reporter from like the 50s. Hey,
He's old school.
Yeah. He's got the, the pen and his fedora.
It says scoop.
Yeah. Oh, if I miss
Laquito.
something, go ahead and show me. Yeah, but he's right.
He's totally right. Yeah. He really is. He's totally right.
And I love that PR line. Oh, you should have came to us first. BS. Give me something and I'll start going to you first. How about that? One hand washes the other.
Well,
No.
so a lot of times the team wants a heads up, or the team wants say, hey, like, give us a chance to comment, give us a chance for our side of the story. And I mean, I don't know if it's typical in something like this that's what you do. McManus, when McManus and Jamie Fowler did that, like they officially went to the team. It sure felt like a lot of that information was coming from the team, right?
Yeah.
So, you have that spin on it. It's pretty clear to me that it would be almost impossible for the Eagles if they wanted to not to come out. They're not. This isn't a bad organization. This isn't a stupid PR department. This isn't a bad general manager. They know exactly what they're doing. And by answering the questions the way they've answered, and I'm not talking about Jeffrey Lurie, but I'm talking about in general with Howie Roseman, there's been no stories that have been put out there that have defended Jalen Hurts. There's been no stories put out there. I'm not even saying that A.J. Brown, you need a hit piece on A.J. Brown that's planted by the team, because I don't think they're going to do that. And by the way, John Kincade, I'm still waiting for the hit piece on A.J. Brown. He promised me it was coming. So I'm waiting for the A.J. Brown negative piece where everybody says how bad of a teammate and everything else he was.
Yeah, I don't know if that's...
I'm waiting for it.
I don't think it's going to be.
Just waiting for it. But anyway, the Eagles know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of why are they doing it. Is it to motivate? Is it because they genuinely are rubbed the wrong way by Jalen? Are we looking too far into it? See, that's the other thing that I worry about at this time of year in June, where people are just so exhausted with the same subjects. Oh, another Jalen Hurts story. Oh, another Jalen Hurts story. I mean, if the quarterback's unhappy, he doesn't have a contract, and the quarterback's already signaling through the media, since nobody else is defending him in the media, if he's signaling through the media like, hey, man, I'm not happy. And whether that comes from him or probably somebody that Joe has cozied up with, that is in his camp. That's how you deliver the message.
Yeah.
I mean, is it fair for Jalen to be upset?
Yes. There were some really negative things that were said and written about him, and and putting things in proper perspective. Nothing that's earth shattering. Nothing that's, oh my God, I can't believe that this is taking place. It was, look, people are saying he's uncoachable. People are saying that he's not likable behind the scenes. He thinks he's Jordan. Like in the grand scheme of things, are these things that are going to ruin a season? No. But these are things that are being written on some of the biggest outlets out there, and ESPN, so on and so forth. So you see it on the bottom line. And, of course, we know if something is said about Jalen Hurts, as we talked about yesterday, everyone's going to have a take on it. So that's what the things that the PR and the Eagles need to realize and say, you know what? We got to stand up for our guy a little bit. You brought up, just as far as I'm thinking out loud about other quarterbacks in the league because it does come with the position. Right, I don't want to come off as crying over something so small here, but like Lamar Jackson, I think he gets defended very well by his owner, by John Harbaugh, Josh Allen. I bring up these guys for multiple reasons, but I bring up these guys because they haven't had the success that Jalen has had.
Nationally, who gets criticized? Who gets criticized more, Jalen or Lamar Jackson? It's not even close. Do you hear the debate shows saying Lamar can't win the big game? I mean, that is talked about. Don't get me wrong. Is it talked about like Jalen Hurts? Do they do quarterback lists where Jalen Hurts is
No.
behind Malik Willis?
No.
And people like that?
No.
Lamar Jackson's a dynamic player. I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. I really am. If you ask me who I'd rather have going forward, it'd be hard for me not to say Lamar Jackson. But it's like, what about one game? What about in the playoffs? It'd be impossible for me to say I'd take Lamar Jackson over Jalen Hurts, period. So how can I say I would take Lamar Jackson over Jalen Hurts if it came to the playoffs? I would want Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? He's so difficult to pin down and be like, all right, like how do I really evaluate him other than wins? Is that the only way you could evaluate him? Is the wins? But he has a great offensive line. He's got Saquon Barkley. He's got great weapons. Like there's always some other counter to anything you say about Jalen Hurts. It's crazy.
Well, as the club president, I can't really. I got to stand by my guy here, so I'll take him over Lamar Jackson. But week 1, week 2, then we'll have a different conversation. But right here, right now, Mount Rushmore season, I'm standing by Club Hurts. All right, we are rolling with Jalen with that discussion. And I think it's funny because there was stuff that was being put out there about both of those quarterbacks, whether it's true or not. Regardless, it is interesting. But they are definitely two of the more criticized quarterbacks in the league. Hands down.
He? I mean, but at this point with Lamar,
it's changed. You're right.
But he's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow's took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. What are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot,
right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was a loss, obviously. And then I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is, at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in, and I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl. Period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won it. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh my God, Justin Herbert. What a great quarterback. What a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air after he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But like, where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it. But so here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Jason Lockenfora put this out. I sent it to you guys last night. And it's like, oh, here we go. Another Lockenfora bunch of crap. But so he puts this out there. I'm just trying to pull it up right now. Jason Lockenfora puts out, he says, where is it? I thought I sent it to, no, I sent it to the club. So I now have a Club Hurts
Yeah.
text chain.
Objective Club Hurts. You got an Objective Club Hurts text chain?
I don't, because Bill won't be a part of the.
So you have a Club Hurts text chain? Are you in our text chain?
No, but I sent it to you and BP.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's all right.
So here's Lockenfora. Call me crazy, but if the Eagles are still looking to upgrade a quarterback after the season, I could see Howie Roseman inserting himself into the Lamar situation in a big deal. There's no information that he has that. He's just talking. He's just talking.
Connecting the dots, reading the tea leaves about this upcoming offseason, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's nothing there. That's fine. However, I'd still take Jalen.
Ray, Lamar Jackson, or Jalen?
To win me one game,
No.
Jalen. Over a season, Lamar.
It's hard for me to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Regular season, Lamar.
They've got the exact opposite problems, one another. Everyone respects what Lamar is over a season, but doesn't believe he can win the big game. Nobody respects Jalen over the Week 15 game against the Panthers that he'll play, but they realize if he gets to a Super Bowl, look out.
However, if you follow Club Hurts on Instagram,
please do so.
BP just put out a post that said Jalen Hurts versus Lamar Jackson, first 5 years. Jalen has more wins. He has more passing yards per game. He has more total touchdowns. He's the same amount of Pro Bowls.
More total touchdowns.
And he's got 2 conference titles.
How about that? How about that, sports fans?
How about that?
Come on now.
I don't know, because I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. I recognize that Lamar hasn't won anything, and in big games, look at his playoff game logs. Lamar Jackson, he ain't great. You get to the playoffs, and
he makes that one crucial mistake, and most of the time that comes back on the team side of things.
Well, sometimes like Spags, and this is where it comes back to coaching. Now, no one says Patullo's at least the anti-Hurts people don't bring up Patullo. But I remember the game against. It was actually the year the Eagles beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, or it might have been the other Chiefs Super Bowl. But they just said to Lamar, "We're not going to give you any throws, intermediate routes. You're going to have to throw it over us. Then you're going to have to throw the deep ball, or you're going to have to throw it, and we're not going to let you run." So we're going to everything 10 yards in. You're not getting anything over that. And they really, really struggled. It was a great defensive game plan by Steve Spagnuolo. He put some pressure on him, but he wasn't letting him get out of the pocket. Lamar's a dynamic athlete. He makes big plays. And the intermediate throws weren't there. They took away the entire intermediate part of the field. And the Ravens really struggled. All right, that's going to happen. Good coaching happens all the time. But this love affair with quarterbacks around the NFL, and then literally the narrative around Jalen Hurts is he doesn't take coaching well. He doesn't read defenses. He doesn't throw the ball over the middle of the field. He doesn't connect with his teammates. All of those things, and you can say that they're all true. You can say some of them are true. Hasn't stopped them from winning.
No, you're right about that. And look, like you said, with the winning, that's why one of the reasons why that we started the club and we're rolling with it, especially these weeks in the summer months. It's because everybody's so happy to, I guess, cash those checks when we're winning. But now we need you to publicly push back with all the criticism and the dumb stuff that is said about Jalen Hurts, because it's that time of year. It's going to come a lot, hot and heavy. So that's where we're at. But, I saw that he was out there golfing with his teammates at Marion, right, for the Eagles' autism. I think they raised some money, again, as they often do, up in Marion. Yeah, that's got to be a nice gig. I do want to bring this up real quick, though. I know you guys aren't golf guys.
Nope.
It's one thing if you're playing in Bahamas, you're playing on vacation, you're playing with your boys on a golf trip in Myrtle Beach. That's great. I don't care if you go shoeless there. All right, hear me out. But if you're playing at one of the most prestigious golf courses, the history that Marion has, bro, keep your shoes on your damn feet. Landon Dickerson was walking around Marion with no damn shoes on.
Do you imagine the members there just gasping?
Are you kidding me? What is going on? I don't see. This is the issue. We reward celebrities and famous people. Ben Stiller doesn't pay for tickets. You see how my brain works?
I do.
And Landon Dickerson gets to walk around Marion, and I love Landon Dickerson. I want him healthy. Put your shoes on at Marion.
I know. Because everybody, when they're done their round, they go get hammered in the bar, or they're getting hammered during the
What is he doing, you caveman? Hopefully his foot wasn't bothering him. I get it. But still, then don't play.
Yeah, then you can't come.
I can't believe I saw that picture. And Eagles. Eagles social media team. Maybe you want to hide that one, but just keep that for the house. Like, keep that.
That was a good catch by you.
Oh, I was 6:05 this morning. I spit my coffee out. Now, people are going to go, Brace, shut up.
Yeah.
It's a golf course. It's Marion.
Oh, no, that's completely unacceptable.
What?
I'm just saying as far as golf etiquette, which I don't screw golf
Look at
etiquette, but
that.
I'm just saying.
See?
Yeah, you don't go bare like it, especially at Marion. Ooh,
Damn right.
Marion. Do they allow women in Marion yet, or no?
No, there's a different club up the way that doesn't
Do they
allow
not?
women.
Do they?
There's a club in the area that does not allow women.
There you go, Ray.
There was a story that a guy had a member had a heart attack, and one of the ambulance drivers was a woman, and they didn't let her.
No way. I don't believe that. No way.
I'm telling you.
Marion or
No,
different?
no,
it's not Marion.
There's another club in the
Just to
area.
clarify
Anyway.
for those that may be
Yes.
following that.
Keep it moving.
Anyway.
Put your shoes on, Landon.
Davis on the text line, voice memos and text messages. Ray, you said there's a lot of text, but there's one in particular that's interesting.
Josh from Ben Salem, since this is the second quarterback with the Eagles to have issues with the organization, doesn't that say something about the organization? Don't look at the names on the back of the jersey.
He's talking about Wentz?
How about Wentz?
Okay. Wentz, who was, everybody agree, was a problem, right? Like, I think that like the part of the handling of Jalen Hurts comes from the mistakes that they made with Carson Wentz, or comes from the situation with Carson Wentz, because Carson got drafted at a time when the team hadn't won a championship, when the team was coming off of Chip Kelly, and they desperately needed a starting franchise quarterback. And they drafted this kid. They were able to move up, and right out the chute, he was dynamite. And he could make every throw. He was athletic. Everybody loved him. And what came with that was he wanted to be involved with everything, and he was difficult to coach, and he was not – I mean, really, everything you're hearing about Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz really was that. I don't know if Jalen – I don't believe Jalen's not coachable. I think the biggest issue with Jalen is that when they're trying to coach him, he has some type of mental block where he doesn't want to make those throws in games because he doesn't want to throw interceptions. He doesn't want to try to thread the needle because he doesn't want to throw the interception. He doesn't have confidence in trying to fit it in tight windows. I honestly believe that. With Carson, it was a different story. He rubbed guys the wrong way. He divided the locker room. This isn't me. This is other people that I was told that the locker room was more divided as far as black and white. That some of the black skill, like Alshon Jeffrey, didn't get along with Carson Wentz. I mean, he was a much more divisive force in those type of ways. So what do you do is with the Eagles? We're not going to make those mistakes again. Just like with the Sixers, Joel Embiid, we're not doing this. We have to change our culture. So is the reason why they're handling Jalen or they're not defending Jalen because of everything that went down with Carson Wentz? I mean, I think it plays a part of it for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does. And it's funny to bring up the not wanting to throw an interception, right? Because that's what you don't want to do as a quarterback. The whole game manager. Yeah, you want to be that type of guy, that game manager. Now, if you remember, if I have it correctly, before it was every week a victory Monday, whatever it was, 17 straight weeks, back-to-back seasons. It was the middle of one season into the next. He was throwing interceptions. He was turning the football over. And I remember you can't do that. And he took that out of his game. And I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for that. Look, that's what it comes down to. At Club Hurts, we keep the main thing the main thing. You might have heard that, all right?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
And it's about winning. That's all it comes down to. Yes, would I love for him to throw for 300 yards? Sure. Does that have the opportunity to come back and bite you when you need your guy to go off in a playoff game? I understand.
But that hasn't happened. Think about it. Everybody said, well, you're not going to be able to just pass the ball. If all you can do is run the ball, you're not going to be able to just on command go ahead and pass it.
Flip the switch.
Yeah, that's not true. He's actually done it.
49ers game? No, because that's the only one that I think about.
Listen, I'm not telling you he's played well in every game.
Gotcha.
At all. But
there was more to it with the 49ers, too, as well. Petula was here just, speaking about facts. That's it.
Man, you got to include that in what was going on. A.J. Brown's going through the motions. What if A.J. Brown makes one of those catches?
One catch.
Right? Could totally change the game.
I think they score. Make life difficult.
No, but Jalen definitely, the formula was was winning. And the way that you won was, I'm not going to turn the ball over. He was coached this way until it wasn't working anymore. Then they needed more from him, and everybody else wanted more. He was coached this way. Don't turn the ball over. Don't throw interceptions. We can run for first downs.
Yep.
We got the tush push. They can't do the tush push. That was a big difference in their offense.
Huge.
Silly as that is to say.
No, you're right.
Think about the dominating force that was in 2024.
There were moments that I was just saying, run it the whole damn game. Like, just tush push it. Let's see what we can do if we can go the whole length of the field.
Ray's got an anti-Jalen text.
Oh, whoa.
Anti-Club Hurts.
Can we also be a little more objective about Jalen in regards to the all he does is win in big games? He's been one and done at 3 out of 5 playoff trips, and how did he look in those losses? Terrible. The whole he can't read zone defenses came from the Tampa whooping him in the playoffs. He's got his flaws on the field.
And that's and sir, you should join Objective Club Hurts. That's my club, not Sean's, because it's true.
Don't bring that Tampa game up. That was a circus.
So here's what happens.
John Elway in his prime wasn't winning that game.
But defenses will say, okay, how are we going to beat the Eagles? They can't do the tush push anymore. We're going to play a lot of zone, and we're going to dare them to throw over the middle, and that's not something that is his strength. Now, what the Eagles need to do is make it something that he can do, because teams are going to dare you to do something if you can't do it.
Yeah,
and he can't do it.
And not necessarily you want him throwing the football over, like dropping back and having Devontae cross. No, you want to go ahead and have the play action, have defenses on their heels. And that's where Sean Mannion comes in. That's where, the whole McVay, Shanahan, these guys are the real deal. McVay and Shanahan are the real deal. We're yet to find out about Mannion. But those guys we know are offensive geniuses.
Yep.
Yeah, they're offensive geniuses. Oh, you're gonna attack this way? This is what we have in store for you. This is what excites me right now. Like, I know that there's some people out there that were rolling their eyes. Oh, no, Jill. No, dude. This is an unbelievable offseason to be an Eagles fan, to be an NFL fan right here. Think about all the changes that we have going on. Think about the naysayers that are out there as far as national media is concerned. The Giants. They're going to win the division.
Giants,
the Cowboys, it's really quiet down there. They figured it out. NFC East still runs through Philadelphia.
You had said, I don't like Jalen throwing for 300 yards or anything like that. Honestly, a perfect Jalen Hurts day for me.
Tell me.
250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 first downs running the football on third down, and then it's a balanced attack. I'm not going to pretend Jalen Hurts should be throwing the ball 45 times a game.
No.
I don't want that.
Yep.
Right? That's not putting him in the best position to try to win games. And it's another thing with Jalen. He's not out here whining. AJ's whining about the off. Jalen's not whining. He wants to throw the ball. Right? Hasn't he kind of put his ego aside, or does he just not want to throw the ball?
Jalen Hurts, it should be a case study. I get it. As the president of Club Hurts, people be like, all right, dude, you're overdoing it. But, let's be realistic about it. Remember, when he just took the podium last week in the minicamp, where he said simply that, look, I am not in a position. I'm pulling up Zach Berman's quotes right here now. Because he was at the press conference. For me, I'm truly focused on being the best I could be. That's where my energy is. There's a lot of changes, and I'm focused on the offense. I'm focused on building with Sean and being the best at the best. He also talked about how, look, I'm not in a position to change people's feelings about me. He said all the right damn things and continues to do so. It's really, I don't know about inspirational, but, man, it's something we don't see often, right?
Yeah.
This day and age, oh, you talk bad about me? I'm going to tweet something. I'm going to put some dumb stuff on Instagram.
He doesn't do any of that.
They said I was a diva.
None of it.
He doesn't. No, he didn't do any of it. I love it. It's one of the best things about him. Would I like to know a little bit more what was going through his head? Maybe a little bit. I have no idea what he's thinking. None. Could I believe that he's pissed at the Eagles and he's being like, I'm going to show you MFers? Oh, totally, yeah.
He's just got Earth, Wind, and Fire playing in his brain the whole time, bro. He's just cool. He's just a cool cat.
Man. All right, Davis on the text line. Ray, Davis on the text line. What is playing in Jalen's? If there was a soundtrack playing in his head, what is it?
He is a Motown cat. He is, R&B, old school R&B. He really does.
He's an old soul.
He fits into the Philadelphia fabric when it comes to music.
All right, coming up, John Kincade responds to Landon Dickerson and your take on the golf thing.
All right.
Via text message.
I already know where he's at on that one. That's an easy one.
It's an easy one?
I think so.
All right, we'll discuss coming up.
Better. Kincade might be calling in if he disagrees with me on that one.
Also, the Phils, Zach Wheeler, amazing last night. Trey Turner remains the big story. He was in the lineup. Was that the right choice? We'll add some Phillies in next. Middays with Marks, 97.5. Let's talk about my hair for a second. Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Check it out. This is what changed, right? I had a hair transplant, I don't know how many years ago now, over 10 years ago. Results are amazing. I got my hair back. But a lot of guys out there listening right now may be saying, well, I don't like where my hairline's going. I don't like the thinning. I don't like the shedding. I don't like what's happening. I don't want to wait 3 years and then lose more hair, right? You can keep your existing hair. More guys these days are starting treatment earlier, and they're doing it with the experts at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, because today's hair restoration is all about prevention, topical treatments, medications, non-invasive options designed to keep the hair that you already have. So don't lose it. Keep it. And don't trust something you see on social media, an ad for a shampoo that says, oh, look at that guy's hair. It's great. No, Morgenstern Hair's been doing it, their hair team, for over 30 years. That's it. 3 locations, Bala, Kenwood, Wayne, Lancaster. And if you're saying like, hey, no, I want to look into a hair transplant, the experts in the industry, most experience, most success in all of this, Morgenstern Hair Restoration. 610-831-HAIR. That's their number, 610-831-HAIR, or their website's morgensternhair.com. Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com.
Got some.
Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mangan's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
Is the plan to keep Joel, and can you say with 100% certainty that Joel Embiid is back for 2026?
Yeah, Joel's ours right now. I've had great conversations with him. We FaceTimed. I'm actually going to see him in a couple days to kind of sit down in person with him. But, we just got to get Joel on the court. Obviously when he plays, we're really good. He's still a dominant force. I mean, he can get 25 in his sleep. And I know he's self-motivated. Obviously he doesn't like the questions about him not being available, but he wants to play. He wants to be on the court. And, that's on me. That's on our whole staff and Nick and the whole building to get him to his best self.
There is no reason to panic about the Jalen Carter contract situation. And lo and behold, John Kincade this morning did exactly what I thought he would.
Price is wrong.
Went on this morning. Bill's 100% wrong. We need to be concerned. If they don't get a contract in place in 6 weeks, literally, he said 6 weeks 4 times. In 6 weeks by training camp, Jalen Carter might hold in. He might show up and not participate. He might this, he might that, he might this. Guess what? I could die walking out of here.
I got a question.
That could happen too in the next 6 weeks. But I don't want people to panic, Ricky Bo. There is still 6 weeks to go. Yes, they are in negotiations with Jalen Carter. I was told by the Philadelphia Eagles they fully expect to get the contract done. And under the current NFLPA agreement, you can't hold out. We saw what happened to Hassan Reddick. You could go back to what happened with Le'Veon Bell. Jalen Carter's under contract for 2 more years. He's got this year. He's got next year under the 5th-year option. Yes, would you like them to get this deal done sooner rather than later? Of course you would. But on June 10th and now June 11th, to be trying to get all-out panic about this situation is absurd.
We're back middays with Marks and Sean and Ray.
Hey, Ray.
All right, some Phillies coming up here in a second. We have a voice memo on Jalen Hurts on the Davis Honda text line. 610-632-0975 is the number for everything. What do you got, Raymond?
I don't know, man. Listen, he's a very, very good quarterback. The year we won the Super Bowl, he played great. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a very, very good quarterback who potentially can play great if you surround him and, such things. And I don't think you have to enable him for him to win, but he does need other help with players, coaches, etc. And it's a team sport. But he's not a great quarterback. And I'm Mr. Defend Hurts. I mean, I'll defend him still because I'm not here to just throw him away. But if he's giving diva vibes and he's giving self-righteous, vibes, then we got to start looking yonder in the future. Because if he does hold the power and he decides that he's not going to, sign or he's going to try to shake things up to get what he wants, that ain't going to fly here in Philly. We're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be giving ultimatums.
Yeah,
if that's
Sean.
the case, bye-bye.
I
said I was a dude.
Yeah, so a couple things. One, is he driving a tank? Is he at some army base? Is that where that called Fort Dix? Is that where that
Maybe
calls
he's
it
got
from?
a Jeep with a soft top.
Yeah, I think so. Number 2, we just got done saying he has said everything the right way. So you mean to tell me Jalen Hurts, when the microphone's in front of him, when there are people like having conversations, people are talking to him, seeing him out and about, whatever it may be. Oh, by the way, like I said, at the golf course and at Jordan Mulata's.
Had shoes on as well.
Had shoes on, exactly.
I got to bring that up.
With that being said, he's not going to be, two-faced. What you see is what you get with Jalen. This isn't the first year.
Yeah, but hang on a second. He said diva mentality. But that's not part of the accusations that he walks around and he's not connecting with his teammates.
And number 3 is everything he just said. Tell me one quarterback that doesn't have diva tendencies in the NFL. Tell me one quarterback in the NFL that doesn't need a good wide receiver core, that's winning all by himself.
But that's not.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
But you mixed diva and wide receiver stuff. What he's talking about is the lack of connection with the locker room, lack of connection with the teammates. The story from Michael Silver that said that guys were trying to bust his balls about acting like Jordan. He didn't get that they were trying to bust his balls because you don't bust Jalen's balls.
You don't bust somebody that got you a Super Bowl ring and got you to another one.
Right, holding himself to a different level. Okay.
Yes. I don't know if that's diva. I would say that's more along the lines of like ego. Yeah, sure, that's ego. Tell me one quarterback that doesn't have an ego. Brandon Sorsby, the kid from Texas Tech, bet on games and wants to go out there and play. Tell me he doesn't have an ego.
Well, he's going to be the Eagles are going to draft him in the supplemental draft. More on that later, probably.
All quarterbacks have an ego to some degree. Come on.
No, I don't disagree with that. But what he was, and he's also reacting to Santa Luquido saying that Hurts is going to say, "Hey, listen, you keep treating me like this, maybe I don't want to be here."
Yeah, that's okay. That's a different story.
But by the way, if this indeed is true, and this is what Joe Santa Luquido is saying, that people around Hurts are saying, like, yeah, man, we're kind of like, what the heck? He's not getting defended like Carson Wentz did. I think that's totally fair to feel like that. If Jalen's rubbed the wrong way, like when we started the show, we said, is it fair for Jalen to be upset with the way the Eagles have handled the entire situation and how they treated him?
Mm-hmm.
Totally fair.
Yes.
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And it's to me, and we'll go back to it, and I've said this all the time with the teammates. All right, like, where's the teammate that comes out and speaks poorly on A.J. Brown? Where's the teammate that comes out and has Jalen Hurts' back and says, no, like, enough of this? I've heard a lot of things said, this is not accurate with what's going on in the locker room.
Mm.
You've had people offer support towards Jalen, but tepid support. At the most, there's been no passionate support of Jalen Hurts by anybody.
Maybe things need to change. Maybe, hopefully people do read the writing on the wall and say, you know what? We need to stand up a little bit here. I think you did get a little bit of that from Jordan, but I think it would be important for some other big-name players. I don't know. Zach Bond could speak up. He's big on the defensive side. Devontae, would love to hear a little bit more from Devontae. Saquon was like, I'm not going to say anything bad about my boy A.J. Brown.
They said I was a diva.
Well, how about you say something positive about Jalen Hurts? And again, Jalen is saying everything the right way. Quote, I've never asked for the opportunity to respond to anything. Just let it live and do my job.
He does a great job with not getting involved. He handles the criticism like I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody handle criticism locally, nationally, among teammates and things like that. It's unbelievable. No, it makes you wonder. Like, seriously, it makes me wonder what's going on inside the head. How can you not have any human reaction to that?
How could you not post?
Do you imagine how many times I'd go berserk if I was Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
These idiots, it's Chris Sims ranking you 36th. All these knuckleheads out there, even if you don't respond to it, he shows no emotion over any of it all. It's really unbelievable.
Yeah, and all the coach speak or the quotes that he does throw out there, I don't know if they're coach speak, but, they're high-level intellectual quote at times, right?
Oh, he's got them written down.
Yeah, well, he doesn't tweet them, though. He doesn't put them on Instagram. He doesn't do that social media thing.
I asked him,
which is refreshing.
I asked him during an interview, and it was a bad interview, and I was like, I don't like this guy afterwards. I asked him if he writes down the quotes when they come on it, when he thinks of them, and he pretty much didn't even answer the question. He was annoyed at the question, and really, it was.
Where'd you get him? Training camp?
No, it was for the Eagles Autism Foundation. There was an item that was up for bid, so he calls in to kind of promote it.
Nice.
To half-ass promote it.
Was it during the season or off?
It was during training camp.
Okay.
It happens during training camp, and I was like admiring the quotes.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a negative interview. He wasn't interested in doing it.
Interesting.
All right, John Kincade here.
Yeah, give me Kincade on the shoeless Landon Dickerson at Marion Bleeping Golf Course.
When did Sean Brace become Judge Schmells? What a stuck-up sounding boomer. That was outrageous. I swear I work with some of the oldest younger guys I've ever heard. I'm a huge golf guy and a huge stickler for following golf rules. There are no rules about wearing shoes.
Is he out of his mind? Again, Kincade, if we're talking Raven's Claw up the way, if we're talking Walnut Lane, bro, wear flip-flops. Where are your rainbows? I don't care. We're talking about Marion, John. Come on, dude.
Yeah, but you do fancy yourself as being a golf guy.
I am a golf guy, but there's levels to being a golf guy. You got to respect Marion of all places.
Absolutely. Because they always respect everybody at Marion. Nothing but respect if you're rich in America.
Wow. Kincade, I can't believe that. He just went right when I thought he was going left.
So listen, we have Phillies coming up. We have some more stuff on Jalen Hurts. And Casey Boy from Preston and Steve's going to join us coming up at 5 minutes after the hour, 10 minutes after the hour. Because, Ray, we're playing Delco Price is Right.
I was so good the first time.
For no cash and no prizes, but to win. It's going to be Sean and Casey and Ray as the contestants playing to win. All right? That's coming up next segment. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies bounce back. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Corona. Join Sean Bray Saturday, June 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown for Modelo Match Night. Enjoy cold Modelo drafts, soccer giveaways, and all the match day action. Details at 975thefanatic.com. Phillies won 7-0 last night over the Marlins. Zach Wheeler going 6 innings, struck out 9, allowed just 2 hits. Gabriel Rincones hit his first career home run. Jesus Luzardo versus Tyler Phillips, the matchup on the mound, 6:40 tonight. Phillies look for back-to-back wins over Miami. 2 Eagles stories as we get into the portion of the offseason without the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Silver profiled Nick Sirianni for The Athletic, talked about how he'd rather be characterized as unhinged than fake in a long story about the different antics Sirianni gets into. And Joe Sanliquido talking about Jalen Hurts' camp and how they might be upset with the way that Hurts has been portrayed. World Cup continues today. 4 draws yesterday. And now the reigning champs tonight, Argentina take on Algeria at 9. This update's brought to you by Taco Bell. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux boxes. Limited time participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra. Operate done on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
The Eagles have a culture. And it's really weird, though, what surprises me. And I go back to the first segment and you sort of saying to me, I don't care about all that stuff with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo and everything. You don't value it. I do. I so value the mentality of having players that want to be football players over celebrities first. There is zero question in my mind, zero, that Jackson Dart loves being a celebrity and is enjoying being a celebrity. And to me, I think that's great for Eagles fans. I think it's awesome because he hasn't accomplished a damn thing, and he's loving being a celebrity. Scatterbo cannot help himself but to be out and about being a celebrity, being spotted. Where has he been? What's he doing? What's he been? I love it. Let them be living that life. Where can we be? Where can we walk a red carpet? Where can we be seen? I will take life with Jalen Hurts, boring-ass Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley, who literally are as boring as white milk and saltine crackers. And I will I'll take it all day long because I think you win with players like that.
Do we believe what he's doing right now? What do you think?
That's a rough question, Ricky.
Well, it's a loaded one, of course.
It is. The jury for me is still so out. I mean, the past week offered some reason to think it's still in there. Did we think that before? I don't know anybody who did. On the other hand, even if you look at this past week, it's a 241 batting average with 0 walks over the last 8 games. But there's 3 homers and a double in there. And I think within that, there's some signs this might not be the disaster than people thought it was. And like the reason to think that is his swing now is just totally different than it was in spring training and even what it was a few weeks ago. He's moved back in the box. He's opened up more than we've ever seen him. He's not pointing that bat at the pitcher anymore, which made his setup so long, so slow. I just don't know what it means yet. I keep thinking back to that 2023 postseason. I'm sure you guys remember it well. That dude homered 5 games in a row in the LCS and World Series. But since the second half of that next season, 2024, I can only find 2 other weeks like this one where he even hit 3 bombs in a week. So, let's see what the next week looks like. I would just say I still think he's going to get a lot of runway. I mean, there's no one literally to replace him out there. There's no star right-handed hitting right fielder they can go trade for.
So let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation.
I was listening to a number of Talking Heads songs. It's on my playlist.
Nice.
When I was doing the garage on Sunday. Yeah, I got in the playlist. I'm like, wow, I have like 4 or 5 Talking Head songs.
There was a point in time in my life where I said, I don't listen to enough Talking Heads.
Really?
Yeah.
Underrated.
Absolutely. There was a good time in my life. One of my New Year's resolutions was I'm going to listen to Jack Johnson many years ago. I'm going to listen to more Jack Johnson because he's a very relaxed guy.
Yes.
That's how I love
That's your
music.
New Year's resolution?
Well, that was a couple years ago. As I could walk around golf courses with no shoes on, listening to Jack Johnson, right? Nobody has an issue with it.
By the way, Paul Blake, our big boss, our market manager.
Oh, yeah.
You asked him, and he said, "At Marion?"
Yeah. It's a no-brainer here.
He's like, "At Marion?"
Yeah, and then his eyes even popped out of his head when we told him that Kincade argued the other way. He's like, "Wait, what? Kincade?"
Yeah.
Yes. We're talking Marion. If you don't know, Landon Dickerson, after an Eagles function, Eagles outing, I think last week it took place, and they've done it a few years now. There's a picture that the Eagles posted, Landon Dickerson putting with no shoes on at Marion. And I just, whoa, stop me in my tracks. Now, many people would be like, shut up.
Well, including somebody on the text line, the Davis Honda text line. Go ahead, Ray.
Pete in Drexel Hill. Does Brace respect Marion when he's there taking a leak in their bushes after housing 3 fireball shots at 9 a.m.?
First of all, if I'm playing Marion, I'm not housing 3 fireball shots at 9 a.m. No.
No, Sean's got great respect for the game of golf.
Absolute. Yeah, dude.
You would not. You would not get hammered. At Marion.
No, hell no.
I know you would.
You'd have to jump through hoops to get on that course. One, and it's like, no, man. You want to enjoy that. You don't want to be sloppy. And no, I'm sure as hell not peeing in the bushes, Pete.
At Pine Valley, is that the name of the place?
Oh,
when you golf Pine Valley, did you pee in the bushes?
You'd be arrested on the spot. You'd be thrown in jail for 10 years. I'm telling you, Pine Valley is even crazier to bring that up.
All right.
I'm talking about two of the more historic golf courses ever. Ever.
Yep. Another reason why I don't like golf, Ray. This whole thing right here.
I need to play
The etiquette?
Sunday.
Yeah, you guys can have
you want to pee in bushes and walk around shoeless?
No, I don't want to do any of that. I want to let you guys divvy up what you can do at the golf courses. I'm out. I'm going to clean my garage while you guys are golfing.
I'm trying to play Sunday. It's not looking good.
No.
Yeah.
Does it rain?
No, it's just I'm working Friday. I'm working Saturday, working Monday. So it's like, all right. Yeah, I know. I'm not playing golf.
All right, so we're going to play the Delco Price is Right coming up with Casey Boy. We'll explain when he comes in here in a couple minutes. Phil's win last night, dominant effort by Zach Wheeler, no doubt.
I'm down on the Phillies.
No, Vic.
Man, he had 9 strikeouts. It's so fun to watch him pitch because it's just not relying on high velocity. He's got the velocity there, but the secondary pitches, that's been the biggest thing with Zach Wheeler, the health since he's come to the Phillies in the secondary pitches. And he can throw multiple pitches for strikes. He's got great command over them. He just gets up there and he mows them down, works quick. Zach Wheeler, every time he pitches, I feel like I say the same thing. It's one of the best signings in the history of the city as far as sports. He's been that good.
A little history nugget for you here. Speaking of nugget, this is the Nugget Chef on Twitter. He says Zach Wheeler logged his 51st consecutive start of at least 5 innings pitched last night. That ties Randy Wolf for the 5th longest such streak by a Phillies pitcher in the wild card era. Number 1 on that list, Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Top step show.
Randy Wolf went 51 appearances in a row?
That ties Randy Wolf 2002 to 2003 for the 5th longest such streak by
Randy
a Phillies
Wolf was
pitcher in
good.
the wild card era.
I didn't think it was that good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
I have a Randy Wolf story.
Yeah?
Yeah, he used to come to the bar.
Well, I knew it was going to be involved in that.
And then
Maniac?
one time he was feeling pretty good. The next thing you know, Randy Wolf was shirtless on Main Street.
Is that right?
Good times, man. He was a good dude. Good dude. I don't know if he's running around shirtless, but it was Randy.
Ray, sometimes it happens. You have a little bit too much to drink, you take your shirt off.
Absolutely.
It was a hot
Who
day.
hasn't?
It was a hot day in the summertime.
I'll say it. Oh, okay, sure.
Have you?
I mean, you think about some of these walks home, a little long in 80-degree weather. If I got a little button going, the buttons start to go eventually, It's like, now I'm sweating a little bit. Let me just wipe off.
That was me on Friday. I had to, on Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, because Saturday I was sweating.
You were sweating.
What about mowing your lawn with no shirt on?
Out.
So is that like a douche move?
No, you're at the house.
That's what I say.
You can do whatever you want at your house.
But you've heard people say that, like, go put a shirt on when you mow your lawn.
Yeah.
So you've heard that. So
Yes.
go put,
I've had
stop
this argument. I'm very much on the wear your shirt.
Hey, look, man. You own your house. You pay rent at a house.
Well, of course you can do whatever you want to. Sure.
You don't have. Like those.
But is it a douche move?
No.
David's on the text line, taking your shirt off, mowing your lawn shirtless.
It is.
No, I mean, I don't think a lot of fat people are doing that. You're more or less showing off your physique if you have your shirt off.
No,
I'm not mowing my lawn with my shirt off.
What us fat guys do, we rip the T-shirts. We go sleeveless.
Not sleeveless, shirtless.
I know, but that's what I do. I have like a couple concert shirts that I just rip the sleeves off of.
Okay.
That's what I do my gardening and yard work in. But if I'm feeling good and it's a May day, one of those first warm Sundays or Saturdays, and I'm out there weed whacking, I'm telling you, tarp off all day. Come on now. Let's work on it.
Yeah, I could totally see Ray mowing the lawn without a shirt on.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One, I'm burning by the end of that. We all know, like, I'm red by the end of that. Look like your mic covers right now by the end of that.
Perfect.
All right, we got Alex in Bethlehem's got something on the Phils. What's up, Alex? How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, great show as always.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, this has been a long time coming, this call. I'm probably going to be stating the obvious, but Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler and their consistency every 5th day, just so remarkable, guys.
How remarkable?
What's the best 1-2 punch that they've had ever? I believe better than Halladay and Lee.
I'm with that, and I mean, if you just look across Major League Baseball, the lack of consistency is astounding. You know, you see guys like Zach Gallen and Spencer Strider really struggling.
Yeah.
And you know, every fifth day, we know what we're going to get from Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. And look, there are a lot of flaws with this Phillies team, but these two guys, Sanchez and Wheeler, at least give me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I mean, like, so Alex, I look, depending on the hour and the day is how I feel about what you're saying. Because like when I saw what you had up on the board, I'm like, absolutely right. With Wheeler and Sanchez, if things fall into place, then yeah, like this team could do anything. But then we've seen what this offense does, and I don't know if the offense is any better. So are they wasting performances of maybe the best starting pitching duo that they've had, certainly since Lee and Halladay, and I'll take them over Lee and Halladay. You know, I think you can look at it both ways. I just like, as I sit right now, and I'm not trying to be negative, unless they make a real move, does anybody really believe that the offense is going to turn around and we're not going to be sitting in October doing the same thing we've been doing the last couple of years?
Fingers crossed that those guys can go 7, 8 innings.
Yeah, which doesn't happen. And is the bullpen? Are you think the bullpen's going to be great this year? I don't. Thanks, Alex.
Just get it to the closer.
Ray, do you have confidence in the bullpen going 6, 7, 8?
No.
Keller has not
Maybe
been good. Alvarado's not been good.
No.
Duran's fine.
Might figure it out by then, though.
Okay,
so if you're going to be bad, be bad early.
We don't know. They're going to add to the bullpen. We don't know how they're going to be pitching in September. But as it looks right now, yeah, it certainly doesn't look great. But the team's going to be a playoff team. It's like we're complaining about a team potentially winning a round and losing in the second round, or winning 90 games and making the playoffs again. It's because we've already been there, done that.
Yeah, and it's unacceptable from Dombrowski not to add to this roster, this team. If this team is good enough, make the playoffs, and you see what they're capable of, and you are able to see on the flip side of that they are not with the top dogs in the league, you must make moves. Must make moves.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we'll get back to the Phillies. Trey Turner actually was injured in last night's game.
How about that?
So maybe this is a good time to be injured. But we'll get back to that, and we'll get into that in a second. But welcoming in studio is our buddy, old pal.
Yeah.
And the microphone's on, too. Look at you.
I didn't even turn it on.
Ray knows.
Ray did that for me.
Casey Boy for President Steve. Hello, Casey.
What's up, gentlemen?
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
So I had to ask you this.
All right.
Sean's, I don't know if you saw this because it's taking the Delaware Valley by storm.
Yeah.
Sean started a club with Brendan Petrilli.
Yeah, I saw the card yesterday.
Club Hertz.
Yeah.
Have you joined Club Hertz?
I'm not on Club Hertz.
You're not a Club Hertz?
I'm not a Club Hertz guy. No.
Would you like to join my club?
What's your club?
Objective Club Hertz.
I'm Objective Club Hertz.
There you go. The 10th member.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Dude, I love you, Brace. But listen, he's sus.
Oh, what?
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
He's sus.
Listen, I know he's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
I know he's a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, yeah, you just breeze right past that, but go ahead.
But, I mean...
That's real suspect, yeah.
Are you a team guy? Are you a team guy?
Yeah.
Okay, did the Eagles win the Super Bowl? Did Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl?
Hey, man, he was the quarterback of the team.
Casey, you were also very critical early of Patullo, and I told you to calm down and give him time, and you were right.
Listen, my eyes don't lie to me.
He had a bad offensive coordinator.
My eyes don't lie to me. Listen, Jalen will throw. He throws a pretty ball from time to time, right?
Does, yeah.
Listen, but guess who didn't throw a pretty ball? Guess who didn't throw a spiral leg ever? Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Dude, he threw the quackiest ducks.
Yeah.
But,
sometimes he did, yeah.
Right? Like,
Sure.
and listen, so Hurts throws a really beautiful spiral. But, listen, I think he's sus of himself. That's why he had such a hard time last year. He didn't want to throw into sticky situations. And when he did, he was exposed and picked off, right?
Objective Club Hertz talking right here. This is me.
Right?
Me, Casey Boy.
But there's levels to being objective. You can't say he's sus. That's not being objective. That's being unfair.
I can throw a nice ball to somebody who has 10 yards of separation. That's not that hard.
That's college football.
You're making him sound like a Make-A-Wish quarterback here. That's what
I'm not. But listen, he's also deadly with his legs too, right? So he, he's got a lot of weapons. I don't necessarily think his arm strength is one of those weapons. And in this league, you need to be able to thread the needle sometimes.
Hey, Petrilli, that Casey Boy T-shirt we were going to send out? No.
Nope.
Keep it.
All right, Objective Club Hurts.
Yes, I'm
All
with
right.
you. I'm with you.
I have 9 followers on Instagram.
play to the standard.
Follow us on Instagram, Objective Club Hurts.
I'm rooting for him all the time, and believe me, when they put the young guy in last year,
that worked out really
Tanner
well.
McKee.
Tanner, I was like, okay, let's see what this guy's got. He don't got it.
He was ready to make the move. See, you're right there to make the move.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Listen, I am. You know that meme that's on Instagram, walking with his girlfriend but looking behind him.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm absolutely that guy. I want to see this southpaw from the Midwest. I want to see what he's all about.
I'm going to check his tweets from back in the day. I know he was positive Kevin Cobb. I know he was positive Jeff Garcia. I could feel it. I
was at Kevin Cobb's debut in Baltimore.
Yeah, there you go.
With that 99-yard touchdown, or I'm sorry,
interception.
It was a 109-yard interception return by Ed Reed. I was at that game. All right. Listen, I just want to have like a decent. I want to have another McNabb. Like I just want to have a really good
Another McNabb.
I'm embarrassed.
Jalen Hurts isn't another McNabb?
I mean, I just
Number 5.
No, say what you're just going to say about McNabb.
McNabb is the greatest quarterback in Eagles
No, he's
history.
not. No, he's not. He is not.
What are you talking about?
Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in Eagles history.
Why? Because he won a Super Bowl?
Or Nick Foles. No, because he went to the playoffs 5 straight years, and they've been to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
Yeah,
and Donovan threw up in a Super Bowl.
Petrilli, we got to get John Marks a T-shirt. That's what we got to do.
Oh, my God. Don't give me this Donovan McNabb. Donovan bullied his way into getting his number retired.
And by the
way,
does
not belong.
We all know that Randall Cunningham was the greatest Eagles
Well, he's my
quarterback.
favorite.
He is my favorite.
Nick Foles and Randall Cunningham.
I saw his rookie card. He had a Jerry curl. Randall had a Jerry curl.
Oh, yeah. 1985, brother. Yeah.
Dude, you want to see something epic? Watch his entrance into his wedding. That guy. Oh, man. Dude,
I just don't remember the Jerry curl like that. Obviously, the flat top, right, comes to my mind.
He had that later, but yeah,
But
early.
the rookie card was on my screen the other day, and I go, damn, he had a Jerry curl.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. All right. Casey,
Sus.
It's the Delco Price is Right. Now, you may be, if I was doing power rankings on the notable Delco residents, wouldn't you think or natives, wouldn't you think that Casey Boy would make that list?
He does the video. He's like an official.
He's Delco.
I'm the
on
unofficial
tourism
mayor.
board. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a spokesperson for Visit Delco, and as a matter of fact, you got a Visit Delco live broadcast on Thursday.
Really?
At Dolan's, yeah.
Who wouldn't want to visit Delco?
Dolan's, too?
Yeah,
that's so good.
When is this? I might want to pop out there.
Thursday from 3 to 7. I'll be there like 4 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
All
might
right.
see me.
So we're going to play the Delco Price is Right. I have 7 items up for bid.
Okay.
All right. Ray, Casey Boy, and Sean. You're going to write down your answer on the board. Do you have the board right there, Casey?
Oh, that's the board right here.
There you
Okay,
go.
Got you.
So that way you're all going to write it down at the same time. So
All
then I don't want you to be like, no, I'll go $1.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So all of these items are currently available on the Facebook Marketplace in Delaware County.
Okay.
All right? We're going to start with Morton. We have 3 packs of men's underwear, 21 pair of gray and black. New underwear, size extra large. They're tagless and they're briefs.
Actually fit me.
There you go.
And I like the color scheme.
All right, so write down your answers. The closest without going over wins, and then the most wins, the most correct answers wins.
All right. By the way, Morton, that's like my hometown.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm Rutledge, but we share the same post office.
Oh, you should know that.
Yes.
All right, let me see.
And they're not used, right?
21 pair of brand new gray and black underwear. Correct.
All right. Am I going first?
Yeah, put it up, son.
All right, I go $8.99.
Wow, 99 on Marketplace.
$8.99.
It's like all whole numbers on Facebook Marketplace,
Okay, so
I thought. All right, I'm going $5.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Ray?
Yeah. I went 5 as well.
Oh.
Well, Sean wins at $30.
$30?
Not price to move, obviously.
No.
I am also 1-0 in this
Wow.
game.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah, Sean did win the last one.
That's right.
All right, item number 2. Marcus Hook, a food truck. Take a look at the picture. That's the food truck.
All right.
I gave these guys a couple visuals.
All right.
Food truck. It's his grandfather's food truck. He passed away and left it to him.
Oh, man. Sentimental value.
He is negotiating or making a trade, but what is the price listed on Facebook Marketplace?
The coffee house, huh?
You can see? Yep, you can see it.
All right.
Inside it is functional. I didn't give you all the pictures.
I'm looking at the functional inside. inside. It does not look functional outside.
Those wheels got to be dug out a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to stick
All
with
right,
the
write
original.
down your answers, please. All right. Nice food truck. Probably need a little bit of sprucing up before you took it out on the street. All right, Ray, what do you got?
I'm on 125.
$125.
Wow.
Casey boy?
All right, I'm going even 400.
Ooh.
400, Sean.
I'm in a nice spot right in the middle. 201.
Casey boy takes it. $5,000 is what the negotiations.
$5,000? Come on, Marcus.
Show it to the YouTube chat.
Might as well flush that 5,000.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
He said he would also trade, too, so if you gave him drugs, maybe. All right.
Maybe that pack of underwear.
Casey has one. Sean has one.
Drug
Item
test.
number 3 up for bid. How about some breast milk? Price per ounce.
Casey boy's definitely
Looking
tasted
to
it
free up
before.
some space in my deep freezer. Breast milk is frozen daily. Pump parts are washed and sanitized daily. She's currently taking prenatals, otherwise not taking any medication, no COVID flu vaccine.
All right, we'll give
Does
it
not smoke. It's per ounce.
Price per ounce.
Price per ounce. And I can tell you this, because I used to try to get my wife, I wanted to sell it on the black market because bodybuilders like breast milk. For whatever reason, it's a better protein.
Yeah, it's got, it got a lot of
And how many ounces, one more time?
It's price per ounce. It seems like an unlimited amount of. So I would say in one pack, because I'm familiar with it semi-recently, like an 8-ounce or a 6-ounce pack is what you would get in like one of the things.
Right, we're talking about if
The price per ounce. I wouldn't know how to price this.
if the food truck's going for $5K, I mean this is up there, right?
Price per ounce, Ray?
Yeah, I'll go back to $5. I got no idea. how to price
$5 an
this.
ounce, Casey.
By the way, Sean, I have never drank breast milk. As a matter of fact,
That's insane.
Our
I have.
show, we did breast milk tasting on our show, and I was the only one who didn't drink it. So, Ray, I'm so sorry, but I also went $5.
You're kidding me.
I'm up.
ounce.
Wait, like no, man, this is something. I got $401.
An ounce?
$401.
Yeah, $401.
It's not weed.
Well, she's coming back to you, so you're using it.
So you guys are all over. It's $1 an ounce.
Oh,
$1 an ounce. So do we all lose because we went over?
Nobody
or
wins that one.
Oh, man.
All right.
That was a difficult question, but
That's
it was,
okay.
Being that it was breast milk for sale, I had to ask you.
Yes.
By the way, that's in Springfield, Delaware County. Let's go to Clifton Heights.
Lovely lady.
How about Penthouse Magazine's vintage? There's 7 total. The condition is described as used like new. Now, we're looking at January 89, July 89, September 91, January 81, September 90, September 87, January 1989.
This was the Bush era.
7 in total.
As in President Bush.
Well,
wait,
both.
1989?
Oh, no, there you go.
Yeah, it was a Bush.
That's what I meant.
It was definitely not Bush. That was 88.
it was definitely Bush.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Well, it was Reagan Bush, but it was Bush for both.
Yeah, Bush was 88 to 92.
7 in total. Ray, write down your answers, guys. They have the whiteboards in front of them. They're writing down their answers. If you're watching on YouTube.
Not as classy as Playboy.
We'll start with you, Casey.
All right. Well, since it's not as classy, oh, man. Can I change my answer?
Yeah.
I was going to go 69, but I went $20.
$20. Sean Brace, 101.
Oh,
Ray,
you're 100.
what did you say?
100. I have 100.
It is exactly $100. Ray wins it.
You pull that. Do you have a $100 bill in your?
I should give. You're right.
Yeah.
You have to give
just
it
like
to
Bob
him.
Barker.
Are you
He wins
kidding
both
me, Ray?
showcases.
100, man, right here.
All
Read
right.
it and weep.
Yep. Good guesses by you guys. That's a lot of money for used penthouses.
They're penthouses.
Like new, bro. Like new.
All right, we got to move it here. Next picture, ceramic plate. This plate says "Yay Gay" on it,
Oh, nice.
and it has the rainbows.
It is Pride Month, right? Still June.
Ceramic plate, 4-inch plate, never used. What's the price?
Is it homemade?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks it.
All right. Oh, jeez.
Yay, gay. All right, sentimental value.
All right. Sean, start with you.
$19, sir.
Casey boy.
You know what? I'm going $6.
All right, and Ray.
I'm in the middle. I got 10.
$10 on the dot. Ray wins 2 in a row on the dot.
That's impossible.
I can't believe
that is impossible.
Where's that being sold? Where in Delco? I want to buy that.
Lansdowne.
Lansdowne. All right.
All right, Ray's in the lead with 2.
Wow.
Casey boy 1, Sean 1. Let's move to Ridley Park. It's another picture.
Really?
A vintage McDonald's welcome sign from the 80s. Mounted on an oak base for display. It's wired for lighting, but it's not currently working.
Does it say which McDonald's it's from? Because if
Does
it's
not.
from the one on McDade Boulevard, I need to have
It
that.
looks really cool, actually.
Yeah.
This is definitely
It's
stolen.
in good condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely stolen, but that's all right.
All right. Write down your answers. Vintage 80s McDonald's welcome sign. What do we got? All right, Casey boy, start with you.
All right, I'm going $125.
Sean?
$333. $333.
$175.
Sean ties it up. $600.
$600.
Suggested
Not
retail
working.
price. All right, got two more. Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. A Rite Aid model shopping cart. They have a lot of them. Rite Aid just went bankrupt. They closed all the stores.
Okay, yeah.
It's in great condition, like new. How much is one shopping cart? You can buy multiple as well.
Okay.
One shopping cart in Prospect Park. It's a Rite Aid. So it's probably one of the smaller ones. The drugstore doesn't have the big, like you're not a giant.
I know
Good
this Rite Aid.
question.
That's right where I did Hands Across America.
Okay.
You remember Hands Across
I
America?
do. All right, Ray?
35.
Oh, yeah.
Sean?
I'm way up. 99.
Okay, so in honor is right there on 420. I'm not doing $420, but I'm doing $42.
Casey ties it up with one question to go. $50 was the answer.
Wow, okay.
This is the deciding question, and it's the last one.
It's all tied up.
Media, Pennsylvania.
Love it.
It's a vintage 1970s Vic Vapor Rub 3.5-ounce cobalt blue glass jar with a metal lid. It's in excellent condition, no chips or scratches, and it's still 90% full. As the famous Vicks menthol smell, very clean inside. And it comes from a smoke-free house.
Somebody's selling this?
A vintage 1970s Vicks Vapor Rub
I have
bluegrass
no idea.
jar.
Oh, my God.
This is tough.
This is tough.
All right. I'm going to take a guess. Vintage.
From the 70s.
From the 70s.
All right, Sean. Again, whoever wins this gets the penthouses. I'll buy the penthouses for you.
All right. I'm going first?
Yes. $70. $70?
Dude, I have no idea, so I'm going low on this one. $777.
Ray?
I said $50.
The winner of Delco Price is Right is Casey Boy. $15.
Yes! You guys went way too high on that one, man.
The Dean of Delco wins the Delco Price is Right. Congratulations, Casey. Now, would you like me to find you some other nudie magazines that are more used than these penthouses?
Believe it or not, I have some vintage Playboys
Yeah,
downstairs.
Playboys and penthouses are kind of different.
Yeah, well, Penthouse, did they have men in that too? Were they doing things to each other in that
I
one?
wasn't reading. So
I wasn't reading it for
I
those.
don't know back then. I don't think back then.
Yeah.
They had to modernize because they had competition from Hustler and High
Hustler
Society.
was the one where people were doing things to each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
softcore.
No.
That's why I always went to Playboy, because I enjoyed the articles.
Great.
That's it. Exactly.
Great stuff. The interview is very good.
You know, we in Delco, we had a place that we called the Magic Dumpster behind this little 5 and dime on Baltimore Pike in Springfield, and in the Magic Dumpster were lots of nudie mags, and they were, you would go down to the creek.
The Magic Dumpster.
I love how you say crick.
Yep, you would go down to the creek, and there'd be some nudies down there.
Everybody, congratulations, Casey Boy.
Thank you, guys.
All right, coming back. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
plan to keep Joel? And can you say with 100% certainty that Joel Embiid is back for 2026?
Yeah, Joel's ours right now. I've had great conversations with him. We FaceTimed. I'm actually going to see him in a couple days to kind of sit down in person with him. But, we just got to get Joel on the court. Obviously when he plays, we're really good. He's still a dominant force. I mean, he can get 25 in his sleep. And I know he's self-motivated. Obviously he doesn't like the questions about him not being available, but he wants to play. He wants to be on the court. And, that's on me. That's on our whole staff and Nick and the whole building to get him to his best self.
There is no reason to panic about the Jalen Carter contract situation. And lo and behold, John Kincade this morning did exactly what I thought he would.
Price is wrong.
Went on this morning. Bill's 100% wrong. We need to be concerned. If they don't get a contract in place in 6 weeks, literally, he said 6 weeks 4 times. In 6 weeks by training camp, Jalen Carter might hold in. He might show up and not participate. He might this, he might that, he might this. Guess what? I could die walking out of here.
I got a question.
That could happen.
Text board's humming on a lot of different stuff, including a text from John Kincade on Shirtless Sean. Do we have so you heard the GimmeTheVin.com? So easy Ray can do it in his underwear? Well, just because we played it, why don't you play it? We had Ray do the jingle. Ray, if you don't have it right now, we don't have to do it.
Ooh, so Ray is entering into the jingle game.
So Ray does the commercial, which is does a really, really good job.
Yes. Matter of fact, Paul Blake, second mention of the show, remember, he was like, hey, stopped Ray in the elevator. Great job on that read.
Ray is so happy doing that. It sounds like that he literally just used the website and got a very attractive car.
Or he enjoys being in his underwear.
Both.
Latter than the former.
Yeah.
I'm still driving the O2 Avalon.
Gotcha.
We gotta get you. We gotta get you a used car. Let's get you upgraded to an 07. Anyway, you have it, Ray, or am I moving on? No, okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's not easy.
All right. So we were talking about mowing your lawn without your shirt on.
Yes.
And so this is Kincade, John Kincade on the Davis Honda text line. Say, wait a minute, you got to wear shoes at Marion. What? But it's okay to mow your lawn shirtless in a residential neighborhood.
Yes.
I swear you work with a maniac.
Yes. Are you kidding me, Kincade? So it's funny because I live in a smaller area, community, whatever you want to say, and I have houses that are like in my backyard. I don't have the biggest yards. Let's put it that way. So like we're all in it together, and I'll come out there and I enjoy a cup of coffee. Sometimes I'm shirtless.
Sitting outside drinking a cup of coffee, nice
Dude,
spring, summer morning.
When it's warm and it's finally here, I feel good. I feel good inside. So let it tarp off, man. You're at home, tarp off.
Do you have a robe on when you go outside?
I've never worn a robe outside, no. But
you have anything under the robe?
No. What I would have is like my mesh shorts on, all right, my Sixers mesh shorts, and I go out there and I hang with my plants. I enjoy it.
I know you talk to the plants. All right, we have a voice memo on Brace about Marion. Now, like Mr. Golf, Sean Brace, and golf etiquette.
I can't believe this is even controversial. This is crazy to me.
Here it is.
Jim from Saturday and semi-retired. Yo, Sean, I'm a huge golf guy. I play every week if the weather's good. However, you got it wrong. Going to a country club means you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't violate the country club rules. Believe it or not, public courses have stricter rules. There's a lot of country clubs that let guys wear blue jeans if they want, and I think wearing blue jeans is a horrible idea.
Definitely.
So in actuality, Lane Johnson, by going to the most private of clubs, is probably allowed to do more than he wants at a regular public course.
It was Landon Dickerson.
Yeah, it was Landon Dickerson.
Yeah, I think he's right. Marion's fine with
Ray.
blue jeans and no shoes.
Ray, if you wouldn't mind, just call Marion right now on the air. Let's call Marion, and I want to ask them, can I play next week in blue jeans and no shoes? Right?
Yeah,
Like,
there's less rules at Marion.
Yeah.
If you go to a Muni, there's more.
Nailed it, Jim. Nailed it. Come on, dude.
Can you golf without shoes? This is a Google search.
And I will tell you, Jim McMahon did it. He still does.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yes, you can golf without shoes. The official rules of the game do not require you to wear them. However, most golf courses and country clubs require closed-toe footwear for safety reasons and dress codes. Yeah, like the dress. I think the dress code at Marion is a different dress code than.
Yeah. Yeah, one time my uncle came down to visit me in North Carolina, and he had shorts. And I did. This was my early tenure as a golfer, and they didn't allow him. They were like, "No, sir, you got to go bring on some other shorts. You can't be golfing in jorts." Yes, it looks like Ray is actually on the horn with the folks over at Marion. That come on, like I said, if you're in the Bahamas, you're on vacation, it's a outing. I'll give you a perfect example: Swing It and Ding It with their outing. You think I'm running around?
Marion, Jeff?
You think I'm running around Legacy in Cherry Hill, New Jersey without shoes
All right,
on?
Marion Golf Course from their website. No, you cannot golf at Marion Golf Club barefoot or without shoes. Okay. The club enforces a strict dress code for all members and guests.
Yeah, I would. Sorry, Jim. Now, if you are, again, I don't even know. Like, nobody. Landon Dickerson was allowed to do it. I don't know
because he's
how.
Landon Dickerson and he's an Eagle and it was an Eagle event. And he doesn't know any better or doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Like, where did he have no shoes on?
I just got the picture.
Okay, but was he on
He's
hole number
putting.
9? Or
He's
he
putting.
Okay.
Looks like he's playing. Could be done playing. Could be taking part in that post. Keep your shoes on, bro.
Where was it posted? Because I want to make sure that he's not wearing shoes.
I swear to you, from the Eagles on Facebook. The Eagles posted it this morning.
Eagles. Okay.
Eagles, yes.
All right.
Now
the Philadelphia Eagles, not the
not the band.
Not the band.
Now it might have been like the Eagles autism. I'm going to pull it up myself too as well.
It might have been Eagles autism. All right. Which I follow.
The Eagles Autism Foundation. And
and they're the best.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's the picture of Jalen Hurts. Zach, but there you go. There you go. That's your boy right there, Landon Dickerson.
All right, Brett's joining us right now from the pro shop over at Marion Golf Club.
There we go.
Middays with Mark, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. Brett, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys?
Hi, Brett. So we've had this discussion. There's people that are trying to tell Sean. So Sean Brace, my co-host here, he saw a picture of somebody putting at Marion without a pair of shoes on, and Sean was like, "You can't do that." We've had a number of people say you absolutely can do it. That you can go to Marion and you don't have to wear shoes and you can golf without shoes on. Now you work at Marion. Are you allowed to golf at Marion without shoes?
No, so unfortunately you do have to be wearing at least golf shoes or some kind of athletic shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think people can put on a pair of shoes.
And we're having fun with the Brett, so But at the end of the day, I said, look, if you're on a boys' trip, Myrtle Beach, you're at the Bahamas, hell, man, I don't care. If you're playing Ravensclaw, you don't want to wear shoes, knock yourself out. Marion, come on, you know what I mean, Brett? Like, there's got to be a little bit of rules to the game here, levels to this thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's just that's just the way golf is played, and we do require some golf shoes.
All
right, Brett.
Thank you,
We
Brett.
appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks for clearing that up. Hey, Brett, can you get me on?
That's a good question.
All right, thanks,
I
man.
don't think so.
Yeah, I'll give you the.
I had to try, man. No shame in my game. Had to try.
All right,
that's
buddy.
all right.
Thanks,
man.
Brett.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right,
Well, yeah, you even said when we were at the Montco golf outing, you were like, "Hey, someone drops out and you need somebody." I'm just saying, I got my clubs in the car.
It's White Marsh.
Yeah,
I love that course.
Yeah, did you have shoes to wear?
Dude, you walk around that place. Now, there's some crazy people, and the membership list is pretty heavy. I would assume that maybe there might be one or two dudes that have golfed barefooted there. However, it's frowned upon.
In all seriousness,
yes,
Eagles Autism Foundation raised through the Invitational raised $750,000.
And I'm sure Landon has donated, so we're having fun. I know that people will get a little carried away.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's all. All right, coming up, we have the update on Trey Turner's injury and Don Mattingly. Why did he play him last night? Like, not like he got a hit. And I have a Trey Turner take as well. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
But I don't want people to panic, Ricky Bo. There is still 6 weeks to go. Yes, they are in negotiations with Jalen Carter. I was told by the Philadelphia Eagles they fully expect to get the contract done. And under the current NFLPA agreement, you can't hold out. We saw what happened to Hassan Reddick. You could go back to what happened with Le'Veon Bell. Jalen Carter's under contract for 2 more years. He's got this year. He's got next year under the 5th-year option. Yes, would you like them to get this deal done sooner rather than later? Of course you would. But on June 10th and now June 11th, to be trying to get all-out panic about this situation is absurd.
The Eagles have a culture. And it's really weird, though, what surprises me. And I go back to the first segment and you sort of saying to me, I don't care about all that stuff with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo and everything. You don't value it. I do. I so value the mentality of having players that want to be football players over celebrities first. There is zero question in my mind, zero, that Jackson Dart loves being a celebrity and is enjoying being a celebrity. And to me, I think that's great for Eagles fans. I think it's awesome because he hasn't accomplished a damn thing, and he's loving being a celebrity. Scatterbo cannot help himself but to be out and about being a celebrity, being spotted. Where has he been? What's he doing? What's he been? I love it. Let them be living that life. Where can we be? Where can we walk a red carpet? Where can we be seen? I will take life with Jalen Hurts, boring-ass Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley, who literally are as boring as white milk and saltine crackers. And I will I'll take it all day long because I think you win with players like that.
Do we believe what he's doing right now? What do you think?
That's a rough question, Ricky.
Well, it's a loaded one, of course.
It is. The jury for me is still so out. I mean, the past week offered some reason to think it's still in there. Did we think that before? I don't know anybody who did. On the other hand, even if you look at this past week, it's a 241 batting average with 0 walks over the last 8 games. But there's 3 homers and a double in there. And I think within that, there's some signs this might not be the disaster than people thought it was. And like the reason to think that is his swing now is just totally different than it was in spring training and even what it was a few weeks ago. He's moved back in the box. He's opened up more than we've ever seen him. He's not pointing that bat at the pitcher anymore, which made his setup so long, so slow. I just don't know what it means yet. I keep thinking back to that 2023 postseason. I'm sure you guys remember it well. That dude homered 5 games in a row in the LCS and World Series. But since the second half of that next season, 2024, I can only find 2 other weeks like this one where he even hit 3 bombs in a week. So, let's see what the next week looks like.
And be swinging more consistently and better as we go through the season. So, it's like it's any of the other guys. Like when you do certain things to guys, it basically tells them you don't believe in them. And that's where I'm not going there.
Interesting. Don Mattingly after the game. Is that after or before? Right.
Before.
Okay, before the game, when he was in the lineup, when he was asked about it. Now, Trey ended up hurting his wrist. And he got x-rays. They're negative. So it might be actually a good time to sit him out because if he is a little bit banged up, hey, he's hurt. I'm not taking him out of the lineup. But Don Mattingly elected, as he just explained right there, he doesn't want to say, hey, I still have faith in you. Let's go. I think it's the wrong move. I think 2 games would actually be perfect for him right now.
Yeah, I think that like we talked about yesterday, I thought that was going to be the case. Todd Zalecki joined us and said, heck, you give him 3 days off. He thought that was going to be the case as well, not putting words in his mouth. Everything available at 975thefanatic.com. And it's something that took place with Bohm. Now, the funny thing is Bohm was off yesterday, correct? And that was the first time since Bohm was, quote-unquote, benched that he's been off. So,
is that the first game?
That's what I read this morning.
Okay.
With that, my theory is Donnie Baseball, because Schwarber was taking ground balls at first base. So my theory is he's got his rhyme and reason of like, okay, I'm going to get a couple guys below, to steal John Kruk's word, and get them a time off, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to schedule it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But, man, Trey could definitely use a little bit of a rest, and he got hurt, so he's going to get that.
Yep, maybe. I mean, you would think.
Yeah, that's true, too. Yeah, you don't know. You're right.
You would think.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Did not get a hit last night. Trey Turner since the Blue Jays series, 3 for 26, 10 strikeouts. And the batting average is now down to 216. His OPS is under 600, as we said yesterday. I heard Ricky talking about it yesterday, and he's right. I was trying to think back to how bad it was when he got the standing ovation back in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And he, if you look at the numbers, he is playing worse than he did back then.
Yeah.
So he got the standing ovation on I think it was a Friday night on the 4th of August. So it was all the way in August. At that time, he was hitting 235. Excuse me, 236. 235. So he was hitting 235. They came off a road trip. They were on the road at the Pirates and at the Marlins. The hope was he was going to break out of it during that. Didn't really happen. He comes home, and he gets a standing ovation. That night, he had a hit and an RBI, and then he had a home run the next night, August 5th. And that's really where it started. So if you look at what he did after the ovation, and really for him, Todd talked about it yesterday. If you didn't hear Todd Zalecki's interview with us, it's up on YouTube, so check it out. Todd's always great. But really, it is so mental with Trey.
Mm-hmm.
It's paralysis by analysis. He's overthinking it. His first at bat last night, Ray, I don't know if you were watching the first at bat. It was the second, I think it was his first at bat, but Kruk even said it. First pitch, strike. Second pitch, nobody should swing at that pitch. It was clear leaving the pitcher's hand it was not going to be a strike. And he swings at it because he doesn't. His approach to the plate right now is, do I swing, do I swing, do I swing? Like he's thinking about it as the pitcher is winding up in motion. Am I swinging? Am I not swinging? He's in his head right now. And sometimes a mental break from that is what you need. I don't know if that's going to help Trey Turner or not. I don't know what turned it around. In 2023, the standing ovation really did start it. The player deserves the credit. You know what his numbers were in August? He hit 324 with 9 home runs in August. And that was after the standing ovation. He had 2 home runs in July. He had 9 home runs after the standing ovation. So whatever happened, he was able to settle down. He was able to take a deep breath. Maybe the support that he was given made him feel better. He batted 324 with 9 home runs, and he really turned his season around. They need that now because he is worse than he was back then.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was not all that bad last night. Of course, the injury is not what you want to see, but Raconius, Gabriel, goes yard.
First, it was a home run.
That was pretty cool. You always like that. Get some juice in the yard. Real quick, John, 11 o'clock hour brought to you by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Quick look at tonight's game here. That's where I'm at. Luzardo going back-to-back here against the Marlins. Tyler Phillips. They're a pretty big favorite, minus 180, but I think it's hitting season. I think the Phillies are excited to get back out there. And, oh, by the way, look, a little pissed off of what took place against the Brewers. So give me the Fightins again here tonight with Luzardo on the mound.
There you go. We have a Flyers trade.
Whoa.
And I want Ray to hit the breaking news so I can say it. I'm worried about mispronouncing the names and it going up on Instagram
Ray's
and me
done
getting
that.
ripped.
Ray's done that plenty before. That's all right.
Do you know how to pronounce these names, Ray, so we can do it again for the Instagram reel?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so hit it again. Well, Sean, we have some Flyers breaking news. We have a trade. Ray Dunn, what do we have?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we got the Flyers acquiring goaltender Joseph Woll and defenseman Simone Benoit in exchange for goaltender Sam Harrison, Emil Andre, and a third-round pick in the 2026 NHL draft.
Go.
The boys are working.
So is this an upgraded goaltender, or is because I mean the one thing that I did say after the season was like, all right, like obviously you have your starter Vladar, it was the team MVP, but can you count on him doing that again next year? And you need to have a backup plan in case he isn't the same player that he was. I've never heard of this Woll guy. I'm not going to pretend. Is it? So I would have went Simon Benoit. But it must be Simone Benoit because he's French Canadian.
Simone.
Good job, Ray.
Yeah. If not, please get upset with the people at Hockey Reference. Do not get upset with
so you went Fanatic. You went and fanatically looked at it. I saw you in there looking.
Frantically searching.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Weeks had a couple days ago that Vladar and the Flyers 5-year contract extension, $5 million annual, all that. So Kevin Weeks is the guy when it comes to NHL stuff. So
yeah, he's going to be back. It's a matter of what's their backup plan at goalie. Yeah. And it looks like it's Joseph Woll.
Oh, by the way, NHL draft fast approaching too, June 26th, 27th.
Look at that. Ray, thumbs up?
Sure.
Well, I know you were a big Emil Andre guy.
Yeah. I was a big third-round pick in the 2026 NHL draft
You
guy.
definitely coveted that pick, too.
Yeah, so, I mean, blind faith in Briere, right? That's kind of where I'm at.
And Jonesy.
And Jonesy. And Talk.
They actually they need to roll on it. They have a pre-draft press conference today.
All right,
so he'll be asked about this. How about
don't
that?
let us get pucked up here, but yeah, it seems like something you would do when you want to improve. I mean, you need to improve from Harrison.
I agree.
So I'm in on that.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I knew more about this guy, but I guess the idea is that he's better than Harrison, and you give up the draft pick to sweeten it as a sweetener, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds on Sunday. Shout out to the Flyers alumni. Stopped out there in Conshohocken. Saw our people over there at Eagles True Travel, too, as well, or Eagles True Fans, Vince and company. And, man, what a great time it was. And a good turnout from all the alumni from the Flyers. Gritty running around.
The whole weekend was unbelievable. My daughter's teacher from last year, Mr. Herner, was at the pickleball tournament on Saturday.
Really?
He sent a text message saying he was here. Yep.
Eagles Fan Travel. That's where you need to go for all of the trips when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, the fan experiences. There you go.
All right, there you go. Coming up, News at Noon, featuring a cycle, the Declaration of Independence. Is that Sean reading the Declaration of Independence?
We're going to ask him when it was signed.
And James Dolan. That's all coming up next. News at Noon with Ray, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Flyers make a deal. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers making a deal, acquiring goaltender Joseph Woll and defenseman Simon Benoit in exchange for goaltender Sam Harrison, defenseman Emil Andre, and a third-round pick in the 2026 NHL Draft. So the Flyers making an offseason move, helping out that depth at both the goaltender and defense. Elsewhere, the Phillies won 7-0 last night. Wheeler going 6 innings, striking out 9, allowing just 2 hits. Gabriel Marcones hit his first career home run. Phil's back at it tonight against the Marlins. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phils. 2 Eagle stories coming out over the last 48 hours or so. Mike Silver profiling Nick Sirianni for The Athletic, and Joe Sanliquido talking about Jalen Hurts, how he feels right now after this offseason.
These are people close to Jim. So I don't know, okay, if you want to interpret coming from Jim himself, and their venom seemed to be pointed at the team. And their question was, why isn't anyone coming out and refuting some of this stuff?
You can listen to the full conversation with Joe Sanliquido and our morning show on 975thefanatic.com. The World Cup continues today. Reigning champ Argentina taking on Algeria tonight at 9 o'clock. This update brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 975 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
I would just say, I still think he's going to get a lot of runway. I mean, there's no one literally to replace him out there. There's no star right-handed hitting right fielder they can go trade for.
So let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
plan to keep Joel? And can you say with 100% certainty that Joel Embiid is back for 2026?
Yeah, Joel's ours right now. I've had great conversations with him. We FaceTimed. I'm actually going to see him in a couple days to kind of sit down in person with him. But, we just got to get Joel on the court. Obviously when he plays, we're really good. He's still a dominant force. I mean, he can get 25 in his sleep. And I know he's self-motivated. Obviously he doesn't like the questions about him not being available, but he wants to play. He wants to be on the court. And, that's on me.
Nice ham and cheese sandwich. There's Sean. Middays Marks. Sean Brace, Ray Dunn.
I'm hungry.
So real quick on this, we'll get to news at noon. So I was at the grocery store, I don't even know when, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Saturday. And there's the one guy at the deli that I don't like, the guy that works at the deli. So whenever I see him, if it's only him, because sometimes you have to time it. If there's multiple people working, you're grabbing the number. You have no control over who's going to slice the meat, right?
Okay.
And this guy, no matter how many times you tell him, he'll never slice it correctly. So I don't know who likes their cold cuts sliced thick, but I'll be like, slice thin. And then I get it, and it's not sliced thin.
Do you want to see through it? That's how thin you want it?
I don't want it to be shaved to where it's not full pieces, but I don't want a big, thick piece of turkey or ham.
Oh, man.
I want it sliced thin.
I like big, thick pieces.
So that's what I had. You like big, thick pieces of cold cuts?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Big, thick pieces, yeah.
Ray?
Yeah, one of very few things I don't like thick.
No. What else do you like thick, though?
That's up for
I like
interpretation.
feeling it in my hands and.
Hey, Ray.
Anyway, so it's like he was the only one that was slicing meat because the other guy was like slicing stuff to put in where they put out in the case to where you don't, where they have all the pre-sliced meats that are already out there. So the other guy was working on that. So then you only had the one guy. So I went back, I went shopping. I said, when I come back, it was the same thing that was going on. So like, I'm not waiting anymore. I got to order from this guy. And he's also like, I don't know what his deal is, but he's odd. And
he's chopping meat, bro.
Yeah, but the other guys, my guy Lee that works in the meat department, my guy Chris, he's the beverage manager, man, these guys are good. This guy's the worst. So I finally have my car and I got to order it. And it's the same thing. I'll be like, can I have a pound of the honey ham sliced thin? And it'll be like, half pound? I'm like, no, a pound of honey ham sliced thin. So then he'll go do it, and then it comes out it's not thin. And I'll be like, anything else? And I'm like, yeah, can I have a pound of the honey roasted turkey sliced thin? Half pound? No, a pound of honey roasted turkey. And it's never thin. It's never thin. So the ham sandwich, which was good, had thick pieces of ham.
Oh. I always get the prepackaged stuff.
If you get the prepackaged stuff's when you get the thick pieces. That's why I can't do prepackaged.
Oh, okay. See, fits me right there. I don't have to talk to anybody.
Fine.
Walk in, boom. And see, you need your honey ham. I'm a smoke guy. Give me the smoke. Give me like I go turkey too.
I toggle between different kinds of ham.
Yeah.
I like the honey ham. It's good.
What other ham you
Black
got?
Forest ham.
Okay.
Pepper ham, which I don't like.
Oh, yeah. I love a good pepper ham.
I prefer the honey ham. Now, at the Giant, you can actually go to the screen and order, and then they have it ready for you. You get a text message.
Ooh.
Whenever you're done, you come up, they slice it to order. So,
I like that.
But, yeah. I go to Giant occasionally.
I can't tell you the last time I've pulled a ticket from a deli counter.
I'm always prepared.
11, now serving 12. No, the DMV I had to do
Every
with
week.
that, yeah.
Every week. DMV, thankfully, I haven't had to go to the DMV recently. All right, let's get to the news and noon with Ray. What do you got?
Mark's at middays and it's news at noon. NEWS news at noon. Mark's at middays and it's news at noon. Come get your news with Ray. Fire!
So good.
All right, we're going to start with an awesome moment out in Chicago last night. Now, I'm not talking about the actual cycle for Pete Crow Armstrong, which was great. Good for him. Hits for the cycle. It's what happened immediately afterward. I'm going to take you to the Rockies broadcast, the moment following him hitting for the cycle.
That was pretty cool. Got him. Got him. See ya. Enjoy the ovation. Running back.
And now he'll get booed as he goes off the field.
Nah, he won't get booed. He'll still get his cheers. But what a pick, though.
He got picked off as soon as he got the base hit. got the ovation, striding off of first base. The Rockies picked him off immediately and had to jog himself back to the dugout after hitting for the cycle. They're still cheering for him, but I've never seen a moment evaporate so quickly. The way hitting for the cycle, how cool it was, getting picked off, and they cut to your manager, and he looks very annoyed with you. Like, great night. Thanks a lot for an out right there.
Hysterical.
What were they? I was too fixated on what were that Rockies broadcast group is horrendous.
You think so? It's the one cat from he does the Apple TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate those Apple broadcasts. But the Athletics call that we had the other day where the Rockies scored 23 points. That was I heard the Rockies call on that. And it was the same kind of thing. It's just like, what are they doing?
Yeah, the dude Ryan Spielborgs. I think he is still with
the former player.
Yeah, he's good. I don't mind him.
What were they doing? They were like,
They were enjoying the cycle, like, oh, you got it. And then
on the other team, and they were enjoying the cycle on the other team.
Yeah.
Great. Good for him.
That was pretty cool.
And I believe it was a walk-off winner by the Cubs with a walk-off, if I'm not mistaken.
They walked off with a walk-off?
Yes. They got walked in the extra frame or bottom of the ninth, and it was a walk-off winner for your Chicago Cubs. It was the bottom of the ninth.
There you go. All right, Ray.
Good for PCA. Better for content. Speaking of content, TikToker going to the England practice while they're getting set for the World Cup. Taking forever for England actually to play a game. They're out in Kansas City getting ready for it and decided, you know what? I'm going to try and get every English player to sign the Declaration of Independence. It worked. It worked pretty well.
Going to see England, and our goal today is to get as many of their players as possible to sign these copies of the Declaration of Independence. Thanks, Declaration, man. Appreciate it. I think it'll go pretty well. Can we get a quick photo? Thanks, boss. I think they're just going to be signing.
He goes down the line. Eventually, they get Harry Kane, which was the big one. But the first, 5 or 6 videos of these guys signing, they're not even looking at what they're signing. They could have been signing, a death wish for him. And they're just signing away.
Right.
And then finally, the last couple of guys, when they stop and look at him, he says to one of them, oh, could you sign this declaration for me? The guy looks at it, starts laughing at him. They all signed it. They had a good sense of humor about it. But an awesome thing to bring to England practice to try and get signed.
That's content, Sean.
Yes, it is. Yeah, man. The rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Signed in what year? Is this 1876?
1876. We're celebrating 250 years. How about that? 1776.
Oh, what day?
4th of July.
Independence Day, man.
How? Well,
look at you.
Independence.
But he got it right.
He got it right.
Yeah. He's looking at it.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, I have those. The 13 American colonies. Don't ask me to name those 13.
No?
I think you got over 50% for sure. I think you get 10 of the 13.
He's writing it down. All right, what you got? Let's just start naming it.
Commonwealth
of
Pennsylvania.
Okay, Pennsylvania won.
Oh, God, this is bad. Why did I even suggest this?
Are you struggling with the second one?
The 13 Delaware.
Okay, the first state. Yeah.
Yep. Hang on. Pressure's on me right now. Kill the music. Is New York one?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I'm nervous. Is it not?
Were you absent from social studies in your
the 13
life?
Original colonies? Damn it! No, I'm terrible. Massachusetts.
Go.
All right. Maine.
Okay.
Wait, I need you guys to give me thumbs up on these. All right.
Yes.
Can I get a correct sounder if I'm getting them?
Was Maine not an original colony?
I was going to say, I don't think Maine was.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to go double check that one for you.
See, I'm already out. Virginia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Maine was not.
Did I say Maryland? Did I say Maryland yet?
No, I don't know.
Maryland, if I didn't say... Thank you.
Alaska.
No. How far south we going? We going North Carolina?
Jamaica.
All right, we got NC. We got South Carolina. Yeah! Yes, I'm on fire. How How far south? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 total right now.
Just keep going up and down the eastern seaboard.
Where do you go to the shore?
New Jersey. Jeez. Wow. All right.
When you think Dan
Ohio.
Hurley, you
Ohio.
Ohio.
Damn it. All right. What else? What else you got, Ray?
What do you think of Dan Hurley?
Dan Hurley. You think of Connecticut. All right. Damn, that was an easy one. How did I forget that one?
And is missing one?
Yeah, one more.
The entire Eagles defense.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah, I don't honestly know if I would have gotten Georgia.
So that's pretty down there. All right.
That was it.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I told you I couldn't do it.
Well, you struggled after the first one.
Wait a minute. There was a lot of pressure, and you guys were looking at me like I was crazy when you guys couldn't even name the 13 original colonies. See?
Oh,
I couldn't.
you want to bet?
Yeah, Ray could have. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I got it right in front of me. That's why I said that.
All right.
All right. Last one for you. James Dolan.
Oh, here we go.
Did either of you catch this?
Yes.
Did it end up on either of your timelines? I don't know how you could miss it. A 15-minute speech that the Roommate Show put out. Inside of this speech, he implored everyone for 10 weeks to give up something in pursuit of a greater cause. That's something I'll let him tell you.
When you get into the playoffs, I suggest that you go home and you talk to your families, you talk to your girlfriends, your wives, etc., and you tell them about the next 10 weeks, about how you're going to be different the next 10 weeks, and how your families are going to sacrifice for the next 10 weeks. I had this idea that maybe you should give up sex for the next 10 weeks. You don't have to give up sex for the next 10 weeks. But like Spartans, you know what Spartans are? Right? They denied themselves, right, so that they could have an edge. Get the edge. Go home, talk to your wives, tell them. Don't tell them you're not going to have sex. Don't tell them it was my idea. But let them know what this is going to be.
What is he doing? This guy. Let me tell you who doesn't deserve a championship.
There you go.
And we can like Mike Sealski wrote like, oh, we should appreciate New York and how united all the people. Blah, blah, blah. This guy is a loser. James Dolan is a straight up loser.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mike Sealski.
No,
I can't. I would say to a point. Yes, James Dolan. It does stink that he actually is winning a championship for a year, and the reason why they're winning a championship is because not because of him. Almost to the point that like he was focused on the Sphere out in Vegas, which they own, and Leon Rose was able to take the reins, and that's the big difference with this franchise. But Dolan is the owner, and he's creepy. You know, he's an old white dude with a lot of money and that old way of thinking about things. And there's been plenty written, including what was just put out there by Pablo with the face recognition and tracking down people with his goons. I mean, he's about as thin-skinned as it gets, and it's just another bad owner that, was able to finally get across the finish line and win a championship. First one in 53 years for the Knicks.
Yep. He hired the right guy.
Another reason why I hate the Knicks. Yeah, dude, you can miss me. This is what it's all about. Yeah, right. That fan base is the worst in all of American sports. And I got a Philadelphia writer telling me that's what we should aspire to be. Get out of here,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, the reality is that he needs to write something. And just like, you got to say, what's he going to say that day? It's like, you know what? Well, all right, yeah, like we should look at New York and the Knicks United New York, and we should enjoy it.
I think that tweet that he put out got over like 500,000 hits yesterday. So I would assume that's probably going to be over 1 million. So, yeah, he did his job.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Still looked like an ass, but did his job.
Yeah, it worked, right? Like you can say like, oh, well, you're mentioning it, you're talking about it. Yeah, but like, all right, fine. You want to come up with some made up opinion? Come up with some made up opinion. I'm supposed to have reverence for the Knicks in New York because they won a title. That's supposed to mean something to me here. What do I care?
Oh, you know what my favorite thing was too? So we brought this up. I love the Bill Colarulo way of going about things here. Let me just pull him up on Twitter because he did mention it. He got a little fired up on his show yesterday.
Yeah.
But Bill comes over the top of the video. Like anytime you talk about Jalen Hurts, you got to say the caveat. Oh, he's a Super Bowl champion. Here comes Bill Colarulo. Mike Salciunas is a good dude and excellent writer. But you're off on this one, man. And then he rips into him on the video.
Well, no, he ripped him first, and then he probably felt like it was too harsh. So that's why he put that one out there.
Excellent writer.
No, because
and a good dude.
I was thinking about this. You'll be like, oh, well, he's a good writer. It's just like, is he? Like, I don't care.
I never said about Salciunas.
What I'm saying is
I don't read him.
like a lot. I don't read any of them, to be honest with you.
I'll read.
I'm sure Mike does a good job. I just don't care. I don't care what he has to say about anything. I don't care what a newspaper columnist has to say. Like Marcus Hayes is the heel.
Correct.
He's the one that's going to be the contrarian and write the edge. He's going to be the one that has edge when writing stuff. Salciunas has to. I don't know. He's the contrarian to Marcus Hayes. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
I literally don't care.
Same. I care about like other stuff. Like McLean, I like what he writes. I like Zach Berman, what they write. They cover the Eagles. But yeah, you're right. When it comes to like certain writers, they either catch your eye or they don't. And Salciunas never has.
No, none of them really do. I don't. It's just not. It's not. I've never read anything, and it's kind of like my reading habits in general. I don't read fiction. I read nonfiction. I read biographies. I'd rather watch a documentary than a movie. Than a regular movie. I'd rather watch a documentary. So reading a columnist for an opinion that I don't care about, I'm not going to do. I don't read any of them. And there's been a lot of good columnists. It's just not what I do. So I know Ray hates Salciunas, right, Ray?
I read Salciunas. I read the columnist because I think it helps inform like what we do in terms of opinion.
Oh, it does. What'd you take out of what he said?
I didn't like what he said at all. I've been upset about New York winning for weeks now at this point. What he said, I'm not going to appreciate the fact that New York won. Part of the joy of sports is hatred. Part of the joy of sports is rivalries. What am I supposed to put my rivalry aside because it's so great to see all those New York fans tearing apart a school bus? No, I'm not going to be thrilled for New York.
Yeah.
New York wasn't thrilled for me when I was dancing out on Broad Street for the Eagles.
Salciunas ain't listening to me if I can't name the 13 original columns.
No, he's not. No, but so Kevin Kincade on Crossing Broad wrote up a post because Salciunas said that we should appreciate the Knicks uniting New York City.
Oh God!
But like, why? No, and again, he did his job because we're talking about it. But I'm not talking about it to say like, yeah, go read the piece. I'm talking about it because it's foolish.
Correct.
Why do I care about the Knicks uniting New York City? I don't. His point is that there's a lot of screw New York. Just to be angry at New York for winning a title, and okay, then okay.
That's the fans. Yeah. That's how fans work. Yes,
I'm not screw New York. I don't want. I'm not paying attention. I'm not watching the parade. I'm not listening to any of this crap. Well, nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute, you got a club,
but as advertised,
you said you're driving around the parking lot.
It's not. I forgot. It's not about the Knicks. It's about the Sixers fans for the Knicks. I wasn't aligned with the Knicks, and I wasn't aligned with Knicks fans. And when I realized they were actually going to win, I felt a certain way, like, oh, man, this sucks.
Yes.
It was a bit.
And
until
it still sucks.
I know it does.
Because they're everywhere still.
But this idea that like, it's like I should be looking up at New York and being like, wow, like, look what it did for that city. Awesome. Look what the Knicks did for the city. Look at all the people that are happy. Meanwhile, they're riding outside of Madison Square Garden, even though it might have been a few people. Still, like, screw them. I don't care. Enjoy your title. I'm mad because they don't have a title. I'm mad at the Sixers. I'm not mad at the Knicks.
Damn right.
So, yeah, you take your appreciation up to New York and enjoy it. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, I saw a guy pull a knife out in the middle of that parade.
No, and like Mike's always been very nice to me. I like Mike. I have nothing personally against Mike. Like, whatever. This is his job, and he did a good job because when was the last time we talked about anything Mike Salciunas did before?
There you go.
There you go. All right. Phil's back at it tonight, Sean.
When's your parade start? Thursday.
Why?
You're going to drive around the parking lot?
When's the parade?
It's Thursday.
So you want me to do it on Thursday?
Yeah, you're going to drive around the parking lot by yourself? One lap, two?
Do one lap.
One lap, all right.
Send Petrilli with me on Zoom.
Throw some.
All right.
Throw some ticker tape out the window for you.
Oh, what a great story. No, it's not a great story. I can be, you know what I am? I'm envious of Knicks fans because they have a team that I'd be proud of if that was my team.
Under contract, too, next year?
Yeah, the hell with the city and it uniting the city. How about I'm envious because that's a really good team, and Jalen Brunson's a stud. They have a GM that knows what the hell he's doing, an underrated coach. They have a true team. They have pieces that fit. And then you have the Sixers.
Hey, Mike Gansey.
I love Mike Gansey.
New. Bob Myers.
Well, they got to do it.
It's new.
again, like we have 4-time NBA champion here.
I mean, again.
Did you see the video that the Sixers put out?
No.
Bill Colarulo, did you see it, Ray?
No.
Colarulo, it's I think they did it yesterday because Dutch sent it to me last night. It leads off with Bill Colarulo announcing the move that's being made.
Well, it's about damn time that the flagship.
They used
station.
our audio.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
nice work. There you go. We like
Thank
that.
you very much. Yes, but it leads off with Bill Colarulo.
That's just what I was thinking. When I think basketball in this city, Bill is the first image.
For sure.
Hey, look.
Dribbling the basketball with both hands. Like, hey, that's a double dribble, huh?
Barreling into the paint.
Yeah, he would definitely.
Calling for a charge.
All right, if you were to comp a basketball player for Bill, who would it be?
Wait, I think I'm onto something here. You guys smelling that?
What?
Ray versus Bill versus Ray. Ooh.
One-on-one?
Whoa, you're telling me a producer?
It's never been done before. In Philadelphia radio.
And not just
we do a
basketball.
couple more sports?
Yeah, not just basketball.
More sports?
I'm thinking other.
How about weightlifting? Bench press.
Hell yeah. Sign me up. He just has to get off the roids for a few months.
Hey, man. Keg stands, too,
Do you
Ray.
think you could beat Bill at one-on-one?
No, absolutely not.
You don't?
No.
I don't think he, if you put a basketball and a rock in front of him, he would know what a basketball is.
Yeah, but I think I've been in my body for the last 26 years. I know what I'm capable of.
No confidence, Sean.
Yeah, my game is weak, or else I'd step up to that one, but no.
Well, we'll have to.
You still owe us free throws.
Yeah, I'll go out and do it right now.
All right. Dude, drive around, boom.
And then shoot the free throws.
Shoot the free throws. But Chile! We need
Good
you on
idea.
Thursday. There you go.
All right, and I see on the line right now one of the board members of the Objective Club Hertz is on the line. Nice. And we have an update on Club Hertz. People are pledging their allegiance, and this is starting. I'm not going to say it's starting to catch on. It's caught on.
Oh, it's
it's starting to get wild.
We're live, baby.
All right, update on that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A new backup goalie. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update brought to you by Morgan Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morgan Medical because where you go matters. Call 610-831-HAIR. The Flyers made a deal today acquiring goalie Joseph Wall and defenseman Simon Benoit as they send in exchange Sam Erson and defenseman Emil Andre as well as a 2026 third-round pick. The Flyers making a move as their offseason gets going. Draft coming up next weekend. Phillies won 7-0 last night over the Marlins. Zach Wheeler going 6 innings, striking out 9, allowing just 2 hits. Gabriel Marcones hit his first career home run. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phils tonight. Pair of Eagles stories coming out over the last 48 hours. Mike Silver profiling Nick Sirianni for The Athletic, talking about his personality and what drives him in Philadelphia. And Jose Alaquido talking about people around Jalen Hurts not being thrilled with the way he's been framed this offseason.
These are people close to Jim. So I don't know, okay, if you want to interpret coming from Jim himself, and their venom seemed to be pointed at the team. And their question was, why isn't anyone coming out and refuting some of this stuff?
You can listen to that full conversation with our morning show on our website or the Fanatic app. This update is also brought to you by Taco Bell. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux boxes. Limited time participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Nick and the whole building to get him to his best self.
There is no reason to panic about the Jalen Carter contract situation. And lo and behold, John Kincade this morning did exactly what I thought he would.
Price is wrong.
Went on this morning. Bill's 100% wrong. We need to be concerned. If they don't get a contract in place in 6 weeks, literally, he said 6 weeks 4 times, in 6 weeks by training camp, Jalen Carter might hold in. He might show up and not participate. He might this, he might that, he might this. Guess what? I could die walking out of here.
I got a question.
That could happen too in the next 6 weeks. But I don't want people to panic, Ricky Bo. There is still 6 weeks to go. Yes, they are in negotiations with Jalen Carter. I was told by the Philadelphia Eagles they fully expect to get the contract done. And under the current NFLPA agreement, you can't hold out. We saw what happened to Hassan Reddick. You could go back to what happened with Le'Veon Bell. Jalen Carter's under contract for 2 more years. He's got this year. He's got next year under the 5th-year option. Yes, would you like them to get this deal done sooner rather than later? Of course you would. But on June 10th and now June 11th, to be trying to get all-out panic about this situation is absurd.
The Eagles have a culture. And it's really weird, though, what surprises me. And I go back to the first segment and you sort of saying to me, I don't care about all that stuff with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo and everything. You don't value it. I do. I so value the mentality of having players that want to be football players over celebrities first. There is zero question in my mind, zero, that Jackson Dart loves being a celebrity and is enjoying being a celebrity. And to me, I think that's great for Eagles fans. I think it's awesome because he hasn't accomplished a damn thing, and he's loving being a celebrity. Scatterbo cannot help himself but to be out and about being a celebrity, being spotted. Where has he been? What's he doing? What's he been? I love it. Let them be living that life. Where can we be? Where can we walk a red carpet? Where can we be seen? I will take life with Jalen Hurts, boring-ass Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley, who literally are as boring as white milk and saltine crackers. And I will I'll take it all day long because I think you win with players like that.
Do we believe what he's doing right now? What do you think?
That's a rough question, Ricky.
It's a loaded one, of course.
It is. The jury for me is still so out. I mean, the past week offered some reason to think it's still in there. Did we think that before? I don't know anybody who did. On the other hand, even if you look at this past week, it's a 241 batting average with 0 walks over the last 8 games. But there's 3 homers and a double in there. And I think within that, there's some signs this might not be the disaster than people thought it was. And the reason to think that is his swing now is just totally different than it was in spring training and even what it was a few weeks ago. He's moved back in the box. He's opened up more than we've ever seen him. He's not pointing that bat at the pitcher anymore, which made his setup so long, so slow.
All right, we're back. Middays with Marks and Ray. Sean Brace. What is up, everybody? Coming up 1 o'clock hour, your chance to win that 4-pack of tickets to the exhibition at the Franklin Institute called the Universal Theme Parks. You'd have to earn it again today, all right? That's coming up 1 o'clock hour, but it is a club that is sweeping the Delaware Valley. And it's not Objective Club Hertz, because that, a couple people have gotten involved in that. It's called Club Hertz. Sean, where are we with Club Hertz? Give us an update.
All right. You want the update? Yeah. First and foremost, thank you to everybody, because this is the club. There's a lot of good clubs out there.
We have a good club.
But nothing like Club Hertz. And if this is something that is appealing to you, find us on Instagram at Club Hertz or hit us up on Gmail. Send us an email at clubhertz1@gmail.com. That's the number 1. With that being said, 50 membership cards have been sent out to the OG members. Let's go, Petrilli, behind the scenes.
Is he sending that via regular mail?
No.
I was going to say, because they have to pay for postage.
Yeah,
Email?
Correct.
Okay, so he emails them out, and then people can print them.
And people are posting them. They're part of the crew, man. They're part of the club.
People are sending them to me.
That's right. Club Hertz. It's off and running. As you can see, Ray's got his card. I'm a card-carrying member. Actually, number 1. I like that.
So they're all numbered based on your membership.
Yeah, so 50 are out, and we'll keep that going. Big item for today. T-shirt is done. Revenge Tour shirt is done and will be on the site, I believe, tomorrow.
Really?
Tomorrow,
to purchase?
Yes, to purchase will be on the site. Now, the cool thing is this. We're going to have some for giveaways, so we'll have some opportunities for you to win it. But if you want to be really in the club and you want to purchase the shirt, Club Hertz Revenge Tour 26 will be on the site, I believe, tomorrow. So we will have that update for you tomorrow. Busy day for us tomorrow. You got to shave my rat tail. And,
that's right.
And Club Hertz T-shirt goes up. But I do want to put this out there. Once again, people, if you want to get involved, love to have you. Of course, if you're a supporter of Jalen, you think that people are a little bit too critical of him, yeah, this is the time to stand up for our man. clubhertz1@gmail.com. I snipped up 2 videos that were sent to us. Would you like to have a little sample?
Please.
All right, Ray, if you would not mind, please let the people speak.
Lead in the Jalen Hurts fan club. All the guy does is win, 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 win. All we hear is complaining and moaning about he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Who cares? The Eagles win. We're in the golden age. Hurts all the way. I'm here to defend him no matter what's going on. Hurts Club, baby. Let's go.
Hurts looking end zone for Smith and makes the adjustment. Did he get the feet in? Touchdown!
I'd like to pledge my allegiance to Jalen Hurts and to Club Hurts. I am the biggest Jalen Hurts fan that there is. When you open up my closet, 75% of the stuff you see hanging up there is Jalen Hurts related apparel. When you walk into my room, first thing you see, Jalen Hurts poster. When you go to get in my car, what do you see? Jalen Hurts sticker on the car window. I will defend him by any means necessary through the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. No matter what, I've got Jalen's back.
Yeah, I'm right. Those are card-carrying members right there. Clubhertz1@gmail.com. We're going to have an in the summer bash, little Hertz mixer.
And follow on Instagram.
Yes, it makes you follow on Instagram.
And I see I'm on Instagram right now. There's another member of the club. It's a Lady Hertz fan.
Oh, yeah. We got some women involved.
Is that
too.
right?
Yeah, man.
Ray likes that.
Club Hertz. Jalen brings the people together.
He does.
Where's Mike Sealski's article about that? Club Hertz.
Is Mike Sealski a member of Club Hertz?
Again.
Zangaro is.
Damn right. And Chris Jenkins, big shot.
Chris Jenkins
himself. I got to get it to Jalen. I got to get to Brunson. Jalen Brunson.
All right. Follow on Instagram at Club Hertz. He's got a couple new followers right there.
Let's go.
Sean Bernard following.
Yeah, you're damn right. He's a card-carrying member.
Hold on a second. How's Colorillo following, but he's not following Objective Club Hertz?
He's a smart man.
Well, I have to. Chuck in New York had redone the picture because he spelled his name wrong on the Objective Club Hertz picture.
But you heard the sample of the videos, man. People just are so enthused to, of course, be out there and supporting our guy. And, look, the Eagles don't want to back up their man. That's fine. We will hold it down for him right here on this show. clubhertz1@gmail.com.
All right. There you go.
T-shirts available tomorrow, the design.
Yeah, Ray. I mean, Ray, what number are you, Ray?
3.
3.
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't feel like a real member. Like you, I can feel it deep in your heart and soul.
Damn right.
Petrilli, absolutely, positively. Like he would die over this Club Hertz Instagram page.
Well, that's the funny thing is, like, with these videos we're getting, there's levels to it, as always. Like, that guy has literally one on the hood of his car. Like, all right.
Eminem wrote a song about that guy.
Yeah, that's
called Stan.
Stan, there you
Listen
go.
to it.
Yes.
I lost a follower on Objective Club Hertz.
What happened? Because they meant to join Club Hertz.
No. I can't be losing pictures or losing. I'm putting up the new picture right now, right?
That's great.
Sorry that he did spell Colorillo's name wrong. That's bad. All right, there you go. Anyway. All right, congratulations. It's a good club.
Oh, it's a great club, John. And
We have a good club.
And get your videos in. All right, you can follow on Instagram, but to become an official member, you need to send the email, and then you have to follow instructions, which is to post a video.
That's right.
Yep. All right.
And we're just getting warmed up.
Just getting warmed up?
Oh, yeah. Merch already coming together. We're spitballing. We got team meetings going on. And we're standing up. We're standing by our man.
All right, Ray, you're standing by your guy? You're a real member?
Absolutely. You know me. When it comes to being in, I'm in.
There's Petrilli in the background right there.
Damn right.
All right, so Brendan Sorsby, and we'll talk about this coming up, but the Texas Tech quarterback that was ruled ineligible, but then a judge said he could play, I believe is making a wise decision because if they try to fight it, Texas Tech, they try to fight it, it's just going to be a mess. I don't think it's good for him. Ultimately, he may end up playing they're going to do everything they can to try to stop it. Teams are talking about boycotting games. It's not good for everything.
Correct.
All right, Jeff Moser's going to join us at 1 o'clock. But Sorsby, where does he get drafted? Should the Eagles consider drafting him? He was discussed as being, if he did come out for the draft, a possible first-round selection. This is a guy with big-time arm strength, but still has a lot of development to do.
Mentally and physically.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much the gambling stuff factors into it. Obviously, some, but maybe there's some teams that say, all right, well, he's not going to do this again. He went to, it's one of the, what the hell do I know? And I'm not drafting him, but I don't know. He'd be like a junkie if he started betting on football again while he was playing in the NFL.
I thought that was the line. Once you bet on the sport, you're done. I get that's college, but what are we doing here? If I'm an NFL GM, I don't want any part of that. But it's a quarterback.
I think it's one thing if you bet against your team, or it's like a Terry Rozier thing, or like you are. What's the name of the guy that was the Toronto player that got suspended indefinitely? He was like, oh, my arm hurts, I'm leaving. Oh, my knee, and he bet all the unders on the stuff.
Porter.
Yeah,
Javante Porter, is that it?
Yeah. I mean, this isn't any of that stuff. I'm not telling you it's right, and he shouldn't play in college. But he didn't bet against the team. We'll discuss it coming up next. We have the odds on where he could be selected in the supplemental draft.
That's perfect. Oh, by the way, I'm about to do a DraftKings read.
Perfect. So he's keeping, Uncle Jamie checks in, he's keeping $3 million of the $5 million. Texas Tech just letting him keep it.
Yeah, Texas they got a lot of money down there.
Well, they better get a new quarterback.
Yeah, they got a couple freshmen. Whatever,
All right.
He bet on the thing. Like, come on, let him go.
Should the Eagles draft him? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Oh, but first, Sean Brace here for DraftKings Sportsbook. Yeah, it's live in all 50 states. You might have heard. So, of course, right here in Pennsylvania, live. Now, the whole world is watching one tournament live right now, and it's the group stage chaos happening in the World Cup. Knockout drama, a little stoppage time, heartbreak happening for some people out there. Hopefully you're picking winners over at DraftKings. Now, the one game I'm eyeing up, France and Senegal coming our way, 3 p.m. this afternoon. Of course, we talk about France, one of the better teams. Mbappe, big-time players make big-time plays, boys. You might have heard that. So give me Kylian Mbappe to find the back of the net this afternoon in Game 1 for France. Plus 100 anytime goal scorer. All right, here's the deal, though. New DraftKings customers, listen up. If that's something that's, tickling you a little bit, get involved with the action. Sign up with code FANATIC. All you got to do is spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code FANATIC in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambler problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Pennsylvania only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms or responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio limited time offer.
What it means yet. I keep thinking back to that 2023 postseason. I'm sure you guys remember it well. That dude homered 5 games in a row in the LCS and World Series. But since the second half of that next season, 2024, I can only find 2 other weeks like this one where he even hit 3 bombs in a week. So, let's see what the next week looks like. I would just say, I still think he's going to get a lot of runway. I mean, there's no one literally to replace him out there. There's no star right-handed hitting right fielder they can go trade for.
So let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
Middays with Marks and Sean Brace and young Raymond Dunn, who Nick checked in on the text line earlier and said that we were talking about the conversation of mowing the lawn with your shirt off, and Ray was saying that his shirt would never be off doing it. Nick said Ray looks like he should be wearing a T-shirt with the shirt pocket, pack of Marlboro Reds.
Yeah.
While you're mowing the lawn. I could see that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yep.
Feels more likely than me going with the shirt off during mowing the lawn.
I agree with that. You smoking cigs mowing the lawn, better chance than shirt off.
Yeah, because then you just smell like mowing the lawn instead of cigs. Hides the smell for you.
You smell like both.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I wanted to pull up this. So Brendan Sorsby is not going to play. It appears he's not going to be playing in college this year. He has applied for the supplemental draft. So real fast on the supplemental draft, here's all that means, is that they will run a draft. There hasn't been a player in the supplemental draft for a couple of years now, right? But so any team can draft him. They just have to then forfeit the pick. So let's say that it'll start in the first round, and it goes through the order of the draft. So if somebody wants the player, all they have to do is say, okay, we'll draft him. And then they lose that pick for next year in 2027. So let's say the Eagles at what did they have this year? What pick did they have this year? Well, so whatever they would have, they'd say, okay, first round, boom, we'll take it. Then they lose next year's first round pick. Now, I don't think anybody's going to draft him in the first round. It could happen, but here's the odds on it. Okay, so the last quarterback, so Terrell Pryor was drafted in the third round by the Raiders.
Yes,
in a supplemental draft.
God, he was so good too.
He caught 1,000 yards as a receiver.
He was
with the Browns.
I'm just talking about like in high school in Pennsylvania, how good he was. He was unbelievable.
In Ohio State.
Yeah, and he went to you're right.
So Sorsby's supplemental draft round. The shortest odds is the third round at 3-1. And I'm looking at one of these offshore things. Jimmy Shapiro sent it to me. Undrafted is second at 7-2. Then you have second round and fourth round at 4-1. The first round is 5-1. And then you have the fifth, sixth, and the seventh round that are following after that. The next team for Sorsby, who would you say the leader in the clubhouse is for who's going to draft him?
Arizona.
Arizona's second at 5-1.
Okay.
The Dolphins are 6-1, but your New York Jets 3-1. They don't have a young quarterback.
All three are in the running for Arch Manning. Tank. Got to lose this year as much as possible.
Well, I think if you give up a fourth round draft pick for him, you can still draft the first overall pick. Sorsby has real NFL skills, but he's considered a second, maybe a first round draft pick if he would have came out and none of this crap happened.
That's the issue. Me personally, I can't get past what happened, right? Like, I get it. He didn't gamble on his team, allegedly, but it's not like he bet $20 on a parlay. Dude placed more than 9,000 bets, totaling of over $90,000 involving his own school. Like, there's just too much, man. It's not the poor me. Like, I can't get past what has taken place, and I wish him well, right? I think that,
yeah, just for you personally, you wouldn't mess with it.
Correct.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, like general manager speaking, no, I'm good on that. I'm good.
Eagles are 28-1 in these odds. Now, they have Andy Dalton and they have Tanner McKee. I don't think that if they like Sorsby, I don't think it stops them from doing it. They could cut Andy Dalton. They could try to trade Andy Dalton to a team that needs a backup quarterback. He's not making a lot of money, Andy Dalton. So if they really like this kid, so you know what people are going to say, because this was the lock and four thing before. It was, Howie Roseman.
Oh yeah,
being on Sorsby. You never had Jalen Hurts, but I think it's a fair question because they didn't draft a quarterback in the draft, and there's a lot of talk that perhaps the Eagles could move on from Jalen Hurts. Perhaps Jalen Hurts could move on from the Eagles, right? That's the current conversation.
Well, it's funny because you just said that, and I'm like, well, this is the stuff we're talking about. This is the disrespect. The fact that people are even floating this idea of Brendan Sorsby, who majority of people couldn't pick out of a lineup of two, even last year.
I can't even pick him out of a lineup.
Even when he's slinging touchdowns at Cincinnati. Like, no, this is the disrespect. Now, all of a sudden, this is the guy that we're going to hand the keys to the franchise. This is the backup plan. This is the disrespect we're talking about for Jalen Hurts. This shouldn't even be a conversation. Shouldn't even be a conversation.
I mean, I don't know about that. they drafted Jalen Hurts when Carson Wentz just got a $100 million contract. Is Tanner McKee a good enough backup long term? He's in the final year of a contract. Honestly, I don't think it's crazy to take him. Ray? Sorsby?
I wouldn't take him just because I don't want to open up this whole window, to be honest with you. I'm cool with...
From the gambling perspective?
No.
Or backup quarterback versus Jalen?
Backup quarterback versus Jalen thing. I'm not doing the quarterback thing. Sorsby, though, if I was a general manager where I didn't have a quarterback, yeah, I'd take the risk. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Eagles should consider taking. I'm not saying a second round pick. I'm not even saying a third round pick. But third round, all right. Backup quarterback. Tanner McKee's in the final year of his contract. Tanner McKee, when he last made a start, didn't look good.
No.
So, no. I mean, like if you could easily re-sign Tanner McKee to be a backup, does he want that, or does he want a chance at actually competing for a job? I don't know. But Tanner McKee hasn't shown me a whole heck of a lot, at least in his last start. He looked good before that. I remember everybody was ready to anoint him as the starter, and then he played that game and he sucked. It doesn't mean he's not going to be good, but he was terrible. Remember, they're like they cost themselves seeding.
Yeah,
because of it, and it wouldn't end up mattering. But still, I mean, that's how bad he was.
Yeah, it did stink. They should have won that game.
So Sorsby is a legit. If he would have played at Texas Tech and would have had a good season. You know how they are with quarterbacks. You're talking about a first-round draft pick. And you're telling me you can get a first-round draft pick that has reasons why he's not going to be a first-round draft pick. You can get him for a fourth-round draft pick. It's a no-brainer. A fourth-rounder? You get a guy that's coming in, and now you're also paying him. So if you put in the supplemental draft pick, it's a fourth-round draft pick. That means he's making fourth-round money. So you're getting an inexpensive, under team control for 4 years, a guy that has real NFL tools. I don't know how you wouldn't take a shot at Sorsby. And if I'm Howie Roseman, I'm looking into it. I'm not using a second-round draft pick. Do they have an extra third this year? I would use a mid-round draft pick on Sorsby in a second. It's insurance against McKee, and it's insurance if something happens with Jalen Hurts. It's really less about Jalen Hurts than it's more about who's the backup quarterback, who's that young quarterback that you're grooming. Maybe you draft Sorsby, and in 2 years he looks great in the preseason, or he has to make a start or something, and he looks great. Now you're trading him for a second-round draft pick. I don't think he lasts to the mid-rounds. I'd be really, really surprised if he makes it out of the second round. He's got that kind of skill.
Maybe we can do a little DraftKings show together. You never know.
That's not a bad idea. Talk ball, talk gambling.
I'm good on Sorsby.
Do you think the Eagles, that they drafted him, do you think the Eagles would be okay with him doing a show with you?
No.
Talking about gambling.
No, we'd have to do some like Craig Carton, hoop jumping where it's like, oh, let me tell you about the dangers, which there is. There's plenty. And you know what? I like I said, I'm pulling for the kid. I'm pulling for him. I hope he is on the right path.
No, you don't. You want him to fail and have a horrible life.
The mental health and all that. It's like, look, man, I know it's tough being a kid with the phone in your hand, but come on, better. There's right and wrong. This dude went way over the line.
Yeah, he was wrong.
And then some.
Yeah, but is he that guy now?
Well,
right, I fully agree with people deserve second chances. To your point, it doesn't mean that your team has to draft them.
How good's the arm?
Elite. Oh, he's got a great arm.
Yeah, he's got some luggage. He's bringing some luggage to the Jeff. Let's just say that much.
Do you know who I think takes him maybe in the third round? Steelers.
They need a quarterback.
Doesn't have to play right away. Solid organization. So you're not sending them to Arizona where God knows what would happen.
To be fair, the Eagles did sign Isaiah Rodgers. I know it's less money.
It's a good point.
But we saw them do it when it was like, whoa, look what that guy did. And it's like, all right, they're just stashing him for a year. That worked.
It did work. Yep. Oh,
you're
the
not
precedent's
Big
there.
Dom?
Dude, 90,000 over how many bets again? No,
it's 900.
Yeah, this cat. I want no part of him. See ya.
All right.
Good luck.
Supplemental draft the 22nd, I think. It's going up less than a week.
I'm all about culture, and that's what they got. They're doing right down there. They got rid of this guy.
They said I was a dude.
You don't need to bring this dude in unless you're trying to get some Sunday winners. But apparently he wasn't good at that either. So
he was not good.
I want winners.
A lot of losses.
Come on, man.
A lot of money being funneled.
He's no ace on Thursdays with us, that's for sure.
Ace Sorenstein, what is his name? Or Sorrento?
Ace.
How about the fact that Texas Tech people were trying to pull and get him on the field? Like, unbelievable.
You know why?
Because he can play quarterback.
They want to win.
Yeah.
Now what are they going to do?
I want winners.
Yep. Coming up, listen, we'll ask Jeff Mosher about this. All right, he's everything football, Eagles, inside the birds, Philly voice. Jeff Mosher and his usual Tuesday spots coming up next, Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Flyers big deal. I'm Ray Dunn. This update's brought to you by Corona. Join Ricky Vitalico. Excuse me, brought to you by Modelo. Join Ricky Vitalico Friday, June 19th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Independence Beer Garden in Old City for Modelo Match Night. Enjoy $6 Modelo drafts, soccer giveaways, and match day excitement. Details at 975thefanatic.com. Flyers made a deal acquiring goaltender Joseph Wall and defenseman Simone Benoit. In exchange, they're giving up Sam Erson, Emil Andre, and a third-round pick in 2026. Phillies won 7-0 last night. Zach Wheeler going 6 innings, striking out 9, allowing just 2 hits. Gabriel Rincones hit his first career home run. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phils tonight. Eagles news, we got a story from The Athletic from Mike Silver about Nick Sirianni, about his personality, and also a story from Joe Salciunas over the weekend about people around Jalen Hurts not thrilled with the way he's been framed by the team this offseason.
These are people close to Jim. So I don't know if you want to interpret coming from Jim himself, and their venom seemed to be pointed at the team. And their question was, why isn't anyone coming out and refuting some of this stuff?
You can listen to the whole conversation with Joe Salciunas and our morning show on our website or the Fanatic app. The World Cup continues today. Yesterday, 4 draws in 4 games. Tonight, you got the reigning champ Argentina taking on Algeria at 9 o'clock. This update's also brought to you by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, July 3rd, expanding Mobile Arena. Undefeated South Philly fighter Johnny Cannoli Garbarino fights former world champ Mike Richmond plus 2 other world title fights. Tickets at bkfc.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not
Is the plan to keep Joel, and can you say with 100% certainty that Joel Embiid is back for 2026?
Yeah, Joel's ours right now. I've had great conversations with him. We FaceTimed. I'm actually going to see him in a couple days to kind of sit down in person with him. But, we just got to get Joel on the court. Obviously when he plays, we're really good. He's still a dominant force. I mean, he can get 25 in his sleep. And I know he's self-motivated. Obviously he doesn't like the questions about him not being available, but he wants to play. He wants to be on the court. And, that's on me. That's on our whole staff and Nick and the whole building to get him to his best self.
There is no reason to panic about the Jalen Carter contract situation. And lo and behold, John Kincade this morning did exactly what I thought he would.
Price is wrong.
Went on this morning, Bill's 100% wrong. We need to be concerned. If they don't get a contract in place in 6 weeks, literally, he said 6 weeks 4 times. In 6 weeks by training camp, Jalen Carter might hold in. He might show up and not participate. He might this. He might that. He might this. Guess what? I could die walking out of here.
I got a question.
That could happen too in the next 6 weeks. But I don't want people to panic, Ricky Bo. There is still 6 weeks to go. Yes, they are in negotiations with Jalen Carter. I was told by the Philadelphia Eagles they fully expect to get the contract done. And under the current...
Marks, Brace, Ray Dunn, Jeff Mosher coming up in a second. 1:30, your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the Universal Theme Park exhibition at the Franklin Institute. Ray, how are we doing it today? I'm going to let Ray run the contest.
Name that all-star.
All right, give me an example of what we're talking about.
All right. I'll give you 2025. Tell me the Phillies all-star or a Phillies all-star from that year.
2025, last year? Sean?
Yeah?
2025 Phillies all-star?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh. Well, it's Schwarbs, right?
Schwarbs?
You have to name all of them?
No, you just name one, but Schwarbs will get you qualified.
Okay. And you're just, so people that call in, you're going to dial in, you'll give them a number.
We'll give them a year.
And they have to name an all-star.
Name an all-star from that year.
Ooh.
If they get it correct, they qualify.
They qualify.
Ding,
We'll take
ding,
5 qualifiers.
Okay. And
we'll
then
pick
of
from
the
that.
qualifiers, get the big 4-pack.
Yeah, one person gets big 4.
All right. Like that.
Look at Ray.
All right.
Ray Diggity done.
1945, Sean.
Johnny Cows. Real quick, on the Phillies.
There was no all-star game that year.
Because of the World War II. Yeah.
There you go. Trick question.
I know that Mosher's here now, but apparently, so tonight is a big night that I look forward to in the Phillies.
Why is that?
You know what? I'll save it. It's a tease.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a major league tease right there.
I like that.
Now you have me interested. I don't even want to do the interview now with Jeff Mosher. Sorry, Moshe. Jeff, hang up. No, he
I
joins
don't
us-
either.
He joins us right now. Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, Philly voice. Excellent. I think just great coverage. Adam Kaplan, Jeff, DeCecco, Greg Cosell, the entire crew over there does such a great job. What's up, Moshe?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Oh God! So the whole now it's the period before training camp. So now you're going to have the quarterback list and everything else. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
But now it's the Nick Sirianni and the Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts doesn't feel respected. And do the Eagles respect him? So I'll just ask you, because you covered the team on a lot of different levels. Does it feel like to you that the Eagles have protected or had Jalen's back the same way they did Carson Wentz a few years ago?
Man, you're asking me to remember 2 years ago. I don't even remember what I was doing yesterday.
So
Jeff.
if you remember when I think it was the San Loquido piece that came out with Carson Wentz, and
oh yeah.
So
yeah.
there was a lot of defense of Carson. I guess what I'm saying is, for, independent of Carson Wentz, does it feel like the Eagles have Jalen Hurts' back after everything that's been put out there in the media and everything?
I mean, I don't feel like they've run the bus over him, but I do remember when the Carson Wentz article came out, they went into a damage control mode. I think they had Carson meeting with some reporters afterward to give his side of the story and clear the air. And I don't know if their reaction this time around is a result of that, like a byproduct of, do we really have to do this every time, because it's really not necessary, or if it's because they just don't. I don't think it's because of their relationship with Jalen Hurts right now. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that it's Philly. This is going to happen. Stories are going to come out. It's been coming out even before Carson. So you have different people in charge now too. It's not Doug Peterson and his crew anymore. So I thought Howie didn't do the greatest job of backing up Jalen Hurts, but I also didn't think he was rolling the. Some people interpret it as that's messaging from Howie. I didn't interpret it that way at all.
All right. I mean, fair enough. It almost when he answered the question, it seemed like he was more mad at they were saying the Eagles don't handle their business in addressing players than anything to do with Jalen Hurts.
Right. I felt that it was a really long thing that Howie said, but what it boiled down to the end was it almost felt like he's saying, hey, it wasn't us. Everybody thinks it's us. We're not the ones who said that. We handle our things in-house, and less about, well, what was actually said then about Jalen Hurts, right? It almost felt like more like Howie was representing the Eagles and deflecting criticism
that people had, thinking that a lot of that was fed to ESPN.com by the Eagles, and that was where Howie was more insulted than actually what was said about his quarterback.
I feel like this is like one of the first questions I need to ask all of our guests moving forward is, are you in Club Hertz, Jeff Mosher?
So what would Club Hertz be?
Well, there's... You got to explain it. Yeah, all right. So for whatever reason in this city, we tend to get carried away. We're talking about Brendan Sorsby, for crying out loud. We got to stand by our man, especially during these summer months with Mount Rushmore season right here, right now. So we started a club, and it's a really good club. It's a deep team.
We have a good club.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the hottest club in the Delaware Valley right now. So Club Hertz. People are sending videos in. We got merch, official card carrying member right here, Jeff Mosher, as you're live on Zoom. We can get you.
I see that.
We can get you one of those.
You really do have a laminated card, man. You are prepared.
So, are you in Club Hertz?
I mean, you just brought the literal to the term card carrying member of Jalen Hurts Club.
Normally, that's the NRA when you do the club carrying.
Can't pry that out of his cold dead hands, can we?
Nice one. Nice one.
All right. Listen, you guys have me on this show because of what I do, objectivity.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't take part in the fun here. I will say this: I'm not in any anti Hurts Club either. I'm squarely in the middle. I think he's a really good quarterback. He does some things very well. He's got some things he needs to work on. But he should be the quarterback. There's no question about that.
Understood. So if you wouldn't mind, you don't have to be in the club, but you can follow us on Instagram. Follow along at Club Hertz. Dave Zingaro follows us, so you'll be now our third. It's Dave Zingaro, Chris Jenkins, and you'll now be our third celebrity that's following us.
Wait, Villanova, Chris Jenkins?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's an excellent. No offense to Dave Zangaro, love that guy, but great pull by you guys.
I think Chris Jenkins is actually in the club too, just so you know.
Wow.
Hard club memory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Shaw mentioned Sorsby. The supplemental draft's coming up next week. He is not going to go back to Texas Tech, not going back to college. It doesn't seem like. I don't know how much you've watched Sorsby play. You think the Eagles would have interest in a supplemental pick on Sorsby?
I think you got it. I think it's a real dangerous ground to be on if you want to do that. There's already a lack of trust because of gambling, but in general, just a lack of trust on athletes and what their intentions are, especially if they're embroiled in tangle. I mean, this guy throws an interception in Philly, right? And everybody's going to be like, all right. You threw it right to that guy. What's going on? So I think it's dangerous. I think if you take a chance on him, he's got to have like 2 developmental years of just laying in the weeds and, also probably continuing counseling, I would think. I don't know where he's at. I have to apologize. I'm not fully read up on his entire process of recovery.
Sure.
But I think it's definitely a slippery slope going down that if they went down that lane.
Yeah, for sure. And like, I don't think he did, 35 days inpatient. It doesn't end there. If you really do feel like you have a problem, you got to continue doing stuff. And like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the reality is he a good enough quarterback to where teams are going to be willing to take a chance? I don't know. Somebody's going to take him. I don't know if it's a third round pick, a fourth round pick or whatever, but I'll be curious to see where he goes and who actually says, you know what, we're willing to give this guy this, because it's a new thing. The whole gambling thing where players are getting caught. And he bet on his team, not while he was playing, but still, some organizations may view that as a red flag and say we're not touching it. Others may say it's worth a risk. I'm really curious to see where this ends up.
Oh, I mean, I think, if you were doing the the handicapping, you put the Dallas Cowboys at the top of the list because those are the kind of things that the Cowboys have no problem overlooking. So, that would be my guess.
So Mike Silver wrote something in The Athletic about Nick Sirianni, and I thought it was really good because I guess Silver was with him a little bit, and even Jeffrey Lurie had a quote about saying something of like sometimes he kind of gets carried away with what he does, but Saquon Barkley in the article says that more or less says that like Saquon Barkley doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Do you agree with that? That Nick Sirianni, because I think in Philly, I mean, really it's outside of Philly, but a lot of people say, I don't know what he does. I'm not one of those guys. I know what he does. Guys play for him. Culture is very much established with Nick Sirianni. Do you think he gets the credit he deserves? What are your views on Nick?
It's interesting. And first, I'd have to ask you guys a question because I think, Sean, you were at the NCAA tournament games in Philly, right?
That's Correct.
When they were there, it was like UConn, Furman, UCLA. You were there, right?
Yep.
Were you there when they put Sirianni on the Jumbotron there?
Correct. Yeah, he was there the whole day too. He was there for all of those games the one day.
Right. And at one point they put him on the Jumbotron, and I heard like a mix of booing, which kind of surprised me. I get it. It was, what's this, it was March Madness, right? So it's March, so you're still coming off the sting of how the season ended. But it didn't sound like a big standing ovation for a guy who's accomplished what he's accomplished here. Would you say that's fair?
I remember it, and it was because there was, I think, UConn.
I think you had some non-Philadelphia sports fans there. Maybe.
Yeah,
because he got an ovation last night at the Phillies game.
Oh, God, yeah, he did. It was
Okay, so he did get a good. All right, I didn't see that. So anyway, that surprised me. But I think that there's a struggle, and the story, Michael Silver illustrates it pretty well in the story. There is a struggle to identify, because he's not a play caller and because he tends to be a little bit hot-headed and blathery in his press conferences, to identify the old, what is it that you do here, Office Space thing. But he's clearly done a great job. I mean, a historically great job for any NFL coach, but he is surrounded by, as the story notes, a great GM who gives him a fantastic roster every year, an owner who manipulates the salary cap to allow the GM to do these things, to give him that kind of roster, and he doesn't call the plays. And I think the Super Bowl run, Vic Fangio got a ton of credit for how well the defense created those 12 turnovers in the 3 games they played. So I think that there is a struggle to identify why he's a great coach, but the numbers say he's a great coach. And I think when we look at other players or coaches at other sports and positions, if they had that success, you wouldn't question it as much. But there's so much scrutiny on who he is as an individual and what actually he does that it feels like he doesn't get the kind of credit that someone with his track record should get.
Yeah, it's the most Philadelphia thing ever. We have a quarterback that no one knows what to make of him, even though he wins. It's hard to kind of put your finger on where he ranks as far as a quarterback. And then the head coach, who Silver puts it in the article. I mean, historic. I mean, you're talking about 5 years in the playoffs, 2 Super Bowl appearances. All he does is win, but no one really knows what to make of him. Same thing with the quarterback. It's very Philadelphia.
Right, it is very Philadelphia. And listen, I think that there's so many stories, there's so much content. Like when you see players come out and vouch for the head coach, it's great. But you also very rarely see players come out and be like, you know what, you guys are right. He is a little bit overrated compared to the stat. Like the players are always going to back the guy. I thought Saquon had the more interesting comments about how when you're on the other side of the aisle, you can't stand a guy like Nick Sirianni, right? And we've all played sports and had that teammate who, like, if he was on another team, you'd hate him, but he's your teammate, like Draymond Green, right? Like you love him because he's your guy, but if he was on the other team,
it's Nick.
You can't stand him, right? That's Nick. And I do think it's fair, and I know a lot of Eagles fans don't agree with this or didn't at the time, but probably have come around. But I thought he was over the top the first few years. I thought he did not handle himself professionally the way you would most NFL coaches are asked to be handled. I thought, going after Salah in that preseason game was not professional, right? I mean, every team has a late quarterback hit. It's not like Jalen Hurts is the first guy to ever get hit late. So some of the things that, and when he left that Kansas City game, barking at the crowd. And by the way, there are people in the building, I can assure you, it got back to me too,
hated.
that did not, I don't want to say hate it, but they felt like he needed to grow up and be yourself, but don't be a clown. Don't be a caricature of yourself. And he was straddling that line a few times earlier in his career.
I hate it. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I'm not going to say so many, but there's cringeworthy moments where I'm just like, oh my God, like, all right, Nick, like grow up a little bit. And you know what? Like, I think he recognizes that. And I mean, the reality is that the players love him, and they're winning football games. And as long as he continues to learn and tones it down a little bit, he's a crazy person out there. He really is. I wouldn't want to be an official on the sideline by Nick Sirianni.
No, and the issue I had with it is, you go back, was it 2 years ago in New Orleans when Jalen Carter was kind of barking at players on the the fans inside, and Nick's coming over and trying to, tell him, hey, you can't, you can't be the guy who does that and then tell your players don't do it. This is not in the NFL and in most sports. It can't be a do as I say, not as I do approach, because players will sniff that out and they'll call you a hypocrite and they won't respect you for it. So that's where I felt Nick had to dial it down. And in fairness, I think over the last 2 years, he has dialed it down compared to his first 2 or 3 years on the job.
Jeff Mosher, are you going to attend? It's Saturday, September 26th at the Excite Center at Bet Parks. It's the I Love the 90s tour featuring the headliners Vanilla Ice, Milli Vanilli, Young MC, CNC Music Factory with Freedom Williams. That's a big thing right there. You have any interest in going to that?
That one, no, because I've already been to one of those, though.
What did you go to?
I went to one in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock. It was about 2 years ago, and may he rest in peace. Rob Bass was there.
Oh, just passed away.
Yeah, the funniest thing was like watching, because usually it's a medley. It's like a bunch of 2 or 3 hit wonders at most, right? So they wind up singing a lot of other songs because they don't have enough to carry their own profile. But all of them in the 90s one were big on telling us to throw our hands in the air and wave them like we just don't care.
Yeah.
Over and over and over for 3 hours. And it made me
You've
remember
already
what
done
the
it.
90s were like. Yeah.
All right, Moshe, you're the best, buddy. Philly voice, Inside the Birds, best coverage around. Thanks, Jeff.
You got it, guys. Have a great one.
All right, see ya. It's just Milli Vanilli. If you don't know, won a Grammy, and then they took it away. Milli Vanilli was a group because the lead singers weren't actually singing; they were lip syncing.
And it's crazy because
now
that's
they're
all everybody does.
Right, but they're in a you're going to see them in a concert. They weren't actually singing the songs that they did before.
Are they both there? Is it 2 people or is it just Milli?
I don't know. It says
Or
featuring
Vanilli.
Fab Morvan.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, the deal that I would say about Milli Vanilli, it's like funny because if they were coming out now, there would be zero objection.
Who lip syncs?
I don't know. Oh, well, who lip syncs? I mean, people use tracks.
Okay.
Everyone does, like hip hop.
Well, they weren't even using tracks. They were literally lip syncing.
So
There was other people singing.
And they got caught.
CNC Music Factory, and are you a CNC Music Factory fan?
Huge.
Okay. Because there were two notable songs from CNC Music Factory.
I want to see you sweat,
baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Or so you
let the music take control. Let the rhythm move you. Sweat.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweat. Everybody Dance Now was their debut.
Oh,
Everybody
wow.
Dance Now.
That
Boom.
is a great tune.
Feel free to bring it up, Ray.
Yeah.
Everybody Dance Now. Come on, let's sweat, baby.
Yeah, man. I'd go to it. It's at Parks too. That's a great place to catch a concert. Who else you got on
So
that?
there was another lip syncer in CNC Music Factory. The good-looking woman that was in the video was actually not singing. It was somebody called Martha Wash, who was a heavyset woman that was actually singing. That who was singing right there isn't the woman in the video. It was somebody else. There it is. And Freedom Williams had like a ponytail and glasses.
He was just in the news.
Well, he was supposed to be on the toilet.
This whole tour dropped out of something to do with the 4th of July, whatever it is, due to political reasons, whatever.
Oh, that's right.
So he, what's his name again?
Freedom Williams.
He takes to his own Instagram page from the toilet and does a 10-minute video while he's doing his business. I'm not lying to you. You can look at it. It's still there.
It's there.
We were talking about yesterday. Yeah. And let's just put it this way. He don't give a damn what anybody has to say to him. He's about that money. Good for him. Get your money, whatever. He's going up to Parks. Going to put on a good show. That's all that matters.
I'm sure it'll be dynamite. Saturday, September 26th.
Vanilla Ice?
I saw Vanilla Ice. I've told this story before. You've heard it, right?
Yeah. I think I've seen it.
I saw Vanilla Ice at the Lagoon in Essington. I could Google it right now. But it was Vanilla Ice, not the rapper. It's Vanilla Ice.
Oh.
Ice, baby. The heavy metal Vanilla Ice.
Like, you know.
I don't know if he's doing hip-hop Vanilla Ice Running Man or he's doing Ice Ice Baby metal.
He had his own, like, show on A&E. He was, like, flipping houses, real estate or whatever it was.
Yeah, I like Robert Van Winkle.
I'm pulling it up right now. You got Vanilla Ice, All for One. I'm a big All for One guy. I swear.
Are they the white guys that...
No.
Who's the group that was in... You thought they're going to be big stars because they were in Motown Philly video?
Oh, God.
It was the white guys, and they kept showing them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, these guys are going to be big, and they never turned into anything.
Oh, you're killing me now. Because I know ABC, Another Bad Creation, was not them. Who were the white dudes? I forget. Anyways,
Do you remember the ABC song?
At the playground.
At the playground. You know what I'm saying? Playground.
Yes, of course. They had another one, too. What was it?
There was another one, too.
Oh.
And it was so bad. No,
It was like a
was a
slow
slower
song.
one. It was a slower one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Aisha or something?
Aisha.
Know what it is?
That's it. That's it. That was a good tune. Well, anyways, you got there's some heavy hitters there. You got Vanilla Ice, All for One, Color Me Bad. I still listen to Color Me Bad.
What movie? There was one particular scene in a movie where it's I want to sex you up, and he's romancing the woman.
I don't know.
And it's somebody else's woman too.
You got it for me? I don't know.
Nino Brown.
Oh,
New Jack City.
New Jack City. Huh. All right.
Color Me Bad.
Yeah. I want to sex you up. I adore me adore. Or me more, excuse me. What's the other one, man? They got another song that I listen to. Yeah, I have it on my my.
I think it is All for One. The white dudes and Boys to Men.
No.
I'm just quickly trying to Google it.
It was
We're
in
the
it was
video.
in the Motown Philly video.
Yeah, they kept shooting to the white guys.
Yeah.
They didn't even sing.
I don't think it was.
No, because it was Michael Bivins that was the producer, and they were the group he was trying to bring along next.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never heard of them. All right, coming up.
Sudden Impact.
Is that what it is?
That's the name. Come on, dude.
Sudden Impact. Yes, that's.
I look like I could have been in Sudden Impact.
Yeah. I look like you could have been Color Me Bad.
I need to hear more about this band right here, Sudden Impact. Wow, where's my documentary on this group? Good grief.
Probably not coming.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, coming up, your chance to win a 4-pack to the Franklin Institute. Ray's running this game. He's going to give you a year. You got to name the all-star for that year. That's coming up. 610-632-0975.
And I'm going to pay off that tease. This is literally one of my favorite nights on the Philadelphia Phillies calendar.
And it's one of the least favorite nights of somebody on MLB Network.
Huh.
I saw him complaining about it. I know where you're going here. Yep.
They complained about this?
Oh, yeah.
Who complained about this? D-Row? My guy?
That's a major league tease.
Misread the calculation.
It was not him. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Don't go anywhere. Hey, listen, let's talk about my favorite place, Bet Parks. We're just talking about the Excite Center. You kidding me? You can see Vanilla Ice at the Excite Center. And by the way, seriously, Excite Center at Bet Parks is amazing. It really is. But how about this? World Soccer. It's going on right now. We have games all over Philly, Jersey, Boston, L.A., San Fran. Tons of stuff. You can bet USA, Brazil, Mexico, Ecuador, Paraguay. That's right. Get your skin in the game on your favorite teams and play all tournament long right there on the Bet Parks app. It's the only online casino and sportsbook app that I would ever recommend. Check it out. Odds Boost. Special team and player props right now on the Bet Parks app. Also, because it's the online casino, how about 500 bonus spins on the hot new soccer online slot game? Go, go, go. Check it out. You bet on everything. Make your downtime fun time on the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan. Details at betparks.com. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Making a deal with the Maple Leafs. I'm Ray done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers today making a trade. They're sending goalie Sam Harrison, defenseman Emil Andre, and a third-round pick in 2026 to Toronto in exchange, getting goaltender Joseph Wall and defenseman Simon Benoit in that deal, of course, just a week and a half ahead of the NHL draft. Last night, the Phillies won 7-0. Zach Wheeler going 6 innings, striking out 9, allowing just 2 hits. Jesus Luzardo takes the mound tonight for the Phils. They look to win back-to-back against the Marlins. Pair of Eagles stories coming out over the last 48 hours. Mike Silver profiling Nick Sirianni in The Athletic, talking about his antics, his personality, and how he would rather be perceived as unhinged instead of fake. Joe Santoliquito came out with a story on Bleeding Green Nation about the way people around Jalen Hurts feel about the way he's been framed this offseason.
These are people close to Jalen. So I don't know, okay, if you want to interpret coming from Jalen himself, and their venom seemed to be pointed at the team. And their question was, why isn't anyone coming out and refuting some of this stuff?
You can listen to the full conversation with Santoliquito and our morning show on 97.5thefanatic.com and the Fanatic app. World Cup continues. Big game tonight. The reigning champs, Argentina, taking on Algeria at 9 o'clock. This update brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what do you wait for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Agreement. You can't hold out. We saw what happened to Hassan Reddick. You could go back to what happened with Le'Veon Bell. Jalen Carter's under contract for 2 more years. He's got this year. He's got next year under the 5th-year option. Yes, would you like them to get this deal done sooner rather than later? Of course you would. But on June 10th and now June 11th, to be trying to get all-out panic about this situation is absurd.
The Eagles have a culture. And it's really weird, though, what surprises me. And I go back to the first segment and you sort of saying to me, I don't care about all that stuff with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo and everything. You don't value it. I do. I so value the mentality of having players that want to be football players over celebrities first. There is zero question in my mind, zero, that Jackson Dart loves being a celebrity and is enjoying being a celebrity. And to me, I think that's great for Eagles fans. I think it's awesome because he hasn't accomplished a damn thing, and he's loving being a celebrity. Scatterbo cannot help himself but to be out and about being a celebrity, being spotted. Where has he been? What's he doing? What's he been? I love it. Let them be living that life. Where can we be? Where can we walk a red carpet? Where can we be seen? I will take life with Jalen Hurts, boring-ass Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley, who literally are as boring as white milk and saltine crackers. And I will
the main thing.
I'll take it all day long because I think you win with players like that.
Do we believe what he's doing right now? What do you think?
That's a rough question, Ricky.
Well, it's a loaded one, of course.
It is. The jury for me is still so out. I mean, the past week offered some reason to think it's still in there. Did we think that before? I don't know anybody who did. On the other hand, even if you look at this past week, it's a 241 batting average with 0 walks over the last 8 games. But there's 3 homers and a double in there. And I think within that, there's some signs this might not be the disaster than people thought it was. And like the reason to think that is his swing now is just totally different than it was in spring training and even what it was a few weeks ago. He's moved back in the box. He's opened up more than we've ever seen him. He's not pointing that bat at the pitcher anymore, which made his setup so long, so slow. I just don't know what it means yet. I keep thinking back to that 2023 postseason. I'm sure you guys remember it well. That dude homered 5 games in a row in the LCS and World Series. But since the second half of that next season, 2024, I can only find 2 other weeks like this one where he even hit 3 bombs in a week. So, let's see what the next week looks like. I would just say I still think he's going to get a lot of runway. I mean, there's no one literally to replace him out there. There's no star right-handed hitting right fielder they can go trade for.
So you said Sudden Impact has a documentary on it?
I love where this show takes it.
Podcast documentary?
Because you just never know. Honestly, I can't tell you I've thought of Sudden Impact in the last 15 years of my life, if not more. But you bring it up. I Google it, and yeah, Dave Holmes, remember him from MTV?
Nope.
Okay, you don't. Anyways, he has a podcast back in 2021. Get this, a 10-part series on what the hell happened to Sudden Impact. It's called Waiting for Impact. That's the name of the podcast series. But he did a full 10 episode. I'm not a podcast guy, might press play on this.
It seems like it's 10 episodes too long, to be honest with you.
At least 9, maybe 10.
Definitely. Dude, come on now. Yeah, what are we doing? 10 episodes on that?
Waiting for Impact.
Yep.
4.9% or 4.9 stars out of 5 and 1,000 reviews.
Well, Dave Holmes got a
big following.
Yeah. I mean, that's still pretty cool, though.
I don't like. They never did anything other than that stupid video. What's their song? And believe me, I would know if it was anything. That's my wheelhouse. I was in high school.
Same. I think I would have a little bit of a feel on one of those songs, but no.
All I know is it's the white guys that they were in the Motown Philly.
And you remember what was big in 1991? New Kids on the Block. So that was kind of their.
It was the same era. You're right.
Yeah, the mystery of the missing 90s boy bands.
Well, let me know how it is.
I will. I'll let you know.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, now is the time to start dialing. 610-632-0975. If you want a shot at the 4-pack of tickets to the Universal Theme Parks exhibition at the Franklin Institute, explore how theme park attractions like Jurassic World, Minions, and Super Nintendo World come to life through hands-on exhibits, cutting-edge design, and storytelling innovation. You can get your tickets today at FI, Franklin Institute, fi.edu. You get a 4-pack. How about that, as Ray would say? All right, so it's simple. You dial 610-632-0975. We pop you on. Ray's going to give you a year, and you got to name a Phillies All-Star from that year. And we'll do a couple here, and then we'll qualify. All right, sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Colin in South Philly. Colin.
Yo.
Colin, you there?
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Ray, give him a year.
2019.
Oh.
2019. Let's go.
With Google?
Oh, no Googling.
3 seconds.
Shit. Harper.
Yep.
Bryce Harper is incorrect. And you dumped that, right? You got
I dumped that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bryce Harper's incorrect.
There was multiple.
Yeah. We got after
Even the one before. There was one before, then the two.
Yeah. We got it after the third.
This ain't no podcast. This isn't Waiting for Impact with Dave Holmes, bro.
See,
You think they curse on that?
These probably I struggle in games like this. Like 2019, I have no idea. I would be guessing.
That's fair.
JT
would be correct.
Oh.
Still an all-star player. Now, does he make the all-star game this year in Philly?
I would say no.
Yeah,
I would say
that's
no.
Probably not going to happen.
Greg in Eagleville. Greg, give him a year, Ray.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go 2008 for you.
2008. Chase Utley.
Correct.
Hey.
Hang on a second.
One of two. Who is the other?
Well, that's easy.
Okay.
Big piece?
Yeah, that's my guess.
right? Oh, come on.
Led the league in home runs and RBIs at the break. Did not make the All-Star team.
How? Well, it was Pujols.
Yeah.
And it was
Fielder, I would guess.
Fielder.
Wow. Yeah, that's what that is. So you got one more Philly from 08. Is that?
Yeah, who would it be? 610-632-0975.
Oh. Am I giving a guess right now? You want me to guess?
Give a guess.
It's got to be Jimmy.
Jimmy Rollins? Yeah, I would say no.
Star that year.
Oh, jeez.
Ankle. Frontlet time.
It wouldn't be. I'm trying to think who else would be because Worth hasn't established himself yet. Victorino was just at the beginning of his. He made an All-Star game later. Brad Lidge.
There you go.
There you go. I knew it wasn't a starting pitcher.
It was the reason they didn't have home field advantage of the World Series. End of that game.
Did
the
he?
All-Star game, yeah. They took the loss, I think, at the All-Star game that year.
I do not remember that at all. All right, well, we got one qualifier, Ray.
Love it. Good stuff, Greg.
Congratulations. You win the 4-pack of tickets. How about 1993?
Ooh. This is wheelhouse material for me. All right, I think I can give you like the leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson?
Yeah.
You're talking for the Phillies.
You're talking Phillies. I was just naming a 93 All-Star.
Well, I thought you were going to say Lenny Dykstra because you were talking about a.
Yeah, I was just naming the.
They had a bunch of All-Stars that year. Because they
in
were really
93?
good. Yep.
All right, so I will go with John Kruk.
John Kruk's correct.
Okay.
They did not. Lenny Dykstra did not make it.
How about that?
How about that Darren Dalton?
Nice.
How about that Terry Mulholland?
Love it.
Dave Hollins at third base. Dave Hollins. Wow.
Kurt?
That was it. 4.
Oh. Now, do you have the All-Star game in front of you of the other players?
No, but I can look it up real quick.
Okay. Ricky Henderson, was he in the 93 All-Star game? Bo Jackson, Wade Boggs.
Bo Jackson?
Yeah, I'm going down the list here. 93. It's a field fact. Am I 0 for 3?
I didn't think Bo Jackson. I mean, you might be right.
I don't know.
All right, I'm pulling it up right now.
Give it to me.
So American League, Paul Molitor, Cal Ripken, Boggs, Carter, Mark Langston.
Wow.
Cecil Fielder. I'm just going down some other names here. I thought Bo Jackson was late 80s. I don't think he was playing in 93 or he wasn't playing at that level. Griffey Jr., Big Hurt. Yeah. And then
no, Bo Jackson did play for the White Sox in 93. Played for Kansas City. So 90 would have been the year that I think I'm thinking of. So 86 to 90 with the Royals, and he came back 91, 93 with the White Sox. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was off. But I remember the one All-Star game where he hit a home run. It was back-to-back. I think it was him and Boggs, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it Boggs?
Yeah.
Well, he had the one All-Star game that he just crushed at the center. It was in Kansas City, I think, and it went over the center. Bo Jackson, I was always disappointed when he played baseball because I wanted him to play football full-time. He didn't play football until after baseball season was over. He was just so fast and so big, but then he hurt his hip, and it ended his career.
And that was it.
That was it.
Yep.
He was bigger than big as far as Nike, the Bo Knows campaign that they did with Nike. I love Bo Jackson.
Oh,
Jackson's unbelievable.
Bo knows Bo. I had the poster. I actually had the book, too. Didn't read it, I don't think, but I had the book. Bo knows Bo.
You're like LeBron. You just bring the book around.
I was 10, so.
All right, coming up, Sean Brace is so excited for something that's happening tonight and the YouTube chat recap. That's coming up next. 1 o'clock hour of the program brought to you by Morgan Stern Hair Restoration. Great teams stick together, and so does great hair. Morgan Stern Hair Restoration championship results. Visit morgansternhair.com or call them 610-831-HAIR. Back after this.
Hey, but first, it's me again, Sean Brace. I want to see you on Saturday, June 20th at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown for Modelo Match Nights. That's right. I will be there from 6 to 8 p.m. watching all of the soccer action. Of course, match night atmosphere. We are the home of it right here in Philadelphia. So why don't you come on out and raise an ice-cold Modelo with me and some of our fellow fans. Brooklyn Bowl will be serving up Modelo drafts throughout the event, And we'll have exclusive Modelo and Fanatic giveaways all evening long. Plus, when you're there, you have a chance to enter to win a couple autographed jerseys, autographed posters, and this famed John Paul's ball. You're going to hear a lot about it. Yeah, it's a Modelo thing. Trust me, you got to come out there and try and win John Paul's ball. Whether you're coming with friends or looking for one of the best places in Philly to watch all the matches, this is where you want to be. Saturday night, June 20th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown for Modelo Match Nights. For all the details, visit 975thefanatic.com. Modelo Match Nights presented by Modelo and 97.5 The Fanatic.
ESPN's Adam Schefter.
I think he's absolutely up to the challenge. He's one of the toughest players in the league. He's immensely respected in that locker room. People love the guy, and I don't think that that's a big concern for that team.
So let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
Is the plan to keep Joel, and can you say with 100% certainty that Joel Embiid is back for 2026?
Yeah, Joel's ours right now. I've had great conversations with him. We FaceTimed. I'm actually going to see him in a couple days to kind of sit down in person with him. But, you know, we just got to get Joel on the court. You know, obviously when he plays, we're really good. He's still a dominant force. I mean, he can get 25 in his sleep. And I know he's self-motivated, Obviously, he doesn't like the questions about him not being available, but he wants to play. He wants to be on the court. And, that's on me. That's on our whole staff and Nick and the whole building to get him to his best self.
Gotta listen on YouTube. Watch on YouTube. By the way, on Tuesday, let's just announce it right now. On Tuesday, NBA draft, we're gonna be live on YouTube. So the coverage, me, Sean Bernard's gonna join us. Sam Mick's gonna join. Audrey's gonna join us, and because he knows the draft, he knows the prospects inside and out. So it's gonna be YouTube only once the draft starts at 8:00. So we'll do pick by pick. We'll talk about the state of the 76ers, and we'll go all the way till the Sixers hopefully draft somebody at 22.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So it's coming up on Tuesday. 1 week from today. There you go.
Wow. Sixers back on the clock.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so Sean, you've been teasing this. Let's pay it off.
Oh, dude, I love this. This is my favorite part of the Phillies season, or one of, let's just put it that way. It's when the booth broadcasts from inside the stadium, out in the stands and the seats, not in the booth, not up there in the the announcer's booth. So they go out and about in the stands. Now, if you remember, T-Mac actually caught a home run ball one time, which was tremendous. Come on, you can't draw that up. It was incredible. He brings his glove. I think it's hysterical. It's definitely a looser vibe. Kruk, a little bit more animated. I think they had some beverages, people stopping by. Yada, yada, yada. Here's the deal, though. I think they're missing the mark today. They are broadcasting from behind home plate today. And it doesn't have the same vibe to me.
Well, how far up? Right behind home plate?
That's a good call. It says the insurance club behind home plate. So that's not up.
It used to be the Diamond
Club. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're probably going to be able to see him from the regular camera, I would think.
I guess. I would prefer them to be, and yeah, let's see how it plays out. But as it sits here right now, I want them out there in left field, right field, wherever. But with the gloves on, front row. Like, I just, I don't know, home plate, whatever. Be like Sirianni. Be like the coach. Did we ever find out what section he was in?
No, we didn't find out.
No, that sucks.
Lower level.
You think coach was lower level?
I mean,
I didn't think that was lower level. It didn't have a lower level.
Was he in Hall of Fame Club?
I don't know.
Maybe Hall of Fame Club.
Okay. But he was with the people.
Hall of Fame Club's good. Private bathroom, out of the sun.
Yep. Yeah, you always got to keep.
Night game, though. It's all right.
Yeah, you're right about that. Happy birthday, coach.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's one of my favorite times.
All right. So do you know who Greg Caserta is?
Yeah, I know Greg.
I guess he does play-by-plays on MLB Network. Does some stuff on MLB Network. Not a very big following on social media.
He's
in New York.
He just started doing social media recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So here's the tweet, and it's a retweet from. It says Tom McCarthy, Ruben Amar Jr., Ben Davis, John Kruk will broadcast Tuesday's game against the Miami Marlins from the stands. Their exact location is TBA.
Mm-hmm.
And he retweets and says, broadcasts need to stop doing these. They don't add anything.
Oh, my God, Greg. Take it easy.
So,
bro.
and you know what he retweeted from a game yesterday is in the booth, there's somebody with a bunch of tacos on his head in some big box.
There you go.
So they can do this. What does that add to the game? Other than it's a promotion or they're doing something for the broadcast. Look, what does that add to the game, Greg? I agree with you. Dude, it's 1 of 162.
Relax.
It's 1 of 162. If you're going to do one game in the stands a year, that's great. I'm like with you. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, there'll be people punching the air because every inning they're getting food delivered.
People punch the air every game anyway.
You're right.
Every freaking night. It's like T-Mac's the worst. Kruk won't shut up. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person that thinks it's a good broadcast. I like the Phillies broadcast.
Oh, no.
I love their radio broadcast. And I love their TV broadcast.
I'm with you.
I think they're great.
Ray, you don't like
They're
T-Mac?
fantastic. They're fantastic.
I think Kruk's funny. People like believe me, I get it. Yeah, you're gonna complain. Everybody complains about everything on social media, and that's what Phillies fans are gonna do. I don't know. I like the chemistry of Kruk and T-Mac. I like that they joke around and they have some fun.
Yeah.
You get baseball analysis. John gives you good baseball analysis.
Damn right he does.
It's 9 innings, 162
Bro,
games.
yeah.
You can't just smack you with baseball analysis every single inning.
No. So
Be entertaining.
I'm with you. I love this game.
Yeah.
I always look forward to this.
Hey, when he caught that home run ball, that was it. I was hooked. Like, come on, that is about as cool as it gets. You can't get any better than that. Who hit the home run for that? You got that answer right?
I don't. Nick Williams?
No, I believe it was an Atlanta Brave. Was it Freddie Freeman? Feel fact?
I just remember him.
Feel fact.
I just remember him catching it.
Yeah. Which is
pretty
still,
cool.
Hey, are you able to shag a pop fly right now?
According to Ricky Batalico,
Yeah.
I could absolutely. If I had a glove.
Oh yeah. What's going? So we're shooting free throws and we're doing some can of corn, shagging some balls.
It's not that riding a bike.
A home run? That's a 330.
With a glove. Without a glove, I'm not going near it.
I would
I'm
never.
shielding my children.
Okay.
I want nothing to do with but I'm not bringing my glove to a game. But if you put me in the outfield, I would go shag fly balls.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, my daughter's 10, but I'm out. I have her throwing me balls all over the place.
It's a rip. What did Ricky say? Because I want to know.
208 Hall of Fame. So I was right. In and around 208 for Sirianni.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
We're in the Ricky Ball.
Nice. Thanks, Rick.
There you go.
I wonder if he likes the boys, the crew out there in the stands.
I don't think he cares.
Seems like something he would enjoy making fun of them for.
Got to get Ricky out in the stands.
Yeah, really.
Everybody loves Ricky. When's Ricky's row?
The pregame live, right? They do it sometimes down there.
Yeah, they do.
From, concourse.
Up in like third base or first base side. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tweet this Caserta dude and be like, "Oh, what does this add to the broadcast?"
Please do that.
I will. All right. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie.
Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Yep.
Is Brace smarter than a fifth grader? Asking for a friend. If Bayless from the chat.
Depends what the subject is.
I'll tell you right now, you put that game show in front of me, I'm losing.
Really?
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind I'm losing. I remember watching that show going, damn, this is tough.
Some tough questions. Who was the second president of the United States?
Oh, God.
Come on.
Do you know what? It went George. Who was his vice president?
I'm not going to tell
Was
you.
it
I'm not
Abe?
telling you.
Was Abe number 2?
Oh, my.
No.
This is just a bit.
James Madison.
That.
James Madison, too.
Oh, God.
John
Who's two?
Adams was the second president.
John Adams.
See, if John
was
Adams
also
had a
his
good
vice
football
president.
program, he might know.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
I know.
When was Abe? 5?
16.
He was 16.
The Civil War, dummy.
Wow. Abe was 16.
You know they don't really teach it in school
No,
anymore.
there's no excuse.
My daughter just completed 4th grade. They don't teach social studies.
Oh, there's no
Really?
They have no idea they have no idea what's going on.
We've done this before.
Literally.
Me. I'm a hammerhead. I can't remember anything. But I am
How do you do with
surprised-
state capitals?
Oh God. No, like I'm decent with state
You're decent?
capitals. Yeah, decent. Give me-
California.
Sacramento.
See, you can't get state capitals by them, right?
Yeah. Who was
Abe
the
was
third
16.
president?
All right,
Yeah,
I
who's
don't
the
do-
third?
I don't do POTUSes, all right? We're moving on. Let's keep it moving.
Brace's brain is most certainly smooth. The sound waves in the DJ booth have smoothened that bad boy out. Colby from the chat.
Yeah, agreed.
How many jokes? Like literally, my brain is the monkey hitting the cymbals.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, what's next?
John, if Ray mowed the lawn with his shirt off, Mayor Parker might see heavy violence in the Spring Garden section of the city with cougars fighting over each other. Dawood from the
Well,
chat.
I'm more or less thinking about his parents' yard up in Oaks, Pennsylvania.
I was thinking that maybe everyone would have to shield their eyes. The reflection off my chest might blind them.
Do you have a yard at your house? Not in Oaks, in the city.
No, not in the
Right.
city. No shot. No.
Yeah, I was thinking at the parents' house.
Yeah, my parents' house to do.
Yeah, of course. All right, what's next?
Hey, Sean, why is Pennsylvania called the Keystone State? Andy from the chat.
I don't even know that.
Because it's shaped like a keystone.
Is that the answer, Ray? Do you know?
I don't think that's the answer.
Oh, that's the answer.
I'm pretty sure it's called the Keystone State because it was the key to the whole thing, right?
It is earned for its central geographic, economic, and political position among the original 13 colonies.
It's exactly what I said.
That's not the shape.
But I was on there. That was the right path.
No.
That's what I meant. That's what I was inferring.
A little bit of a dated nickname, right?
Yeah.
You don't think Keystone State now?
No.
There's 50 of them.
I love.
How many states are there in the?
I think 50.
And what are the last 2 to join the union?
Oh Lord. Hawaii and Alaska.
All right, finish it up. What do you got?
Nick Sirianni is Philadelphia. If you have a problem with him, then you have a problem with success. Money Mar from the chat.
What do you think of that, Sean?
I'd say it right about Jalen Hurts too. You got a problem with Jalen Hurts? You got a problem with success?
Yep. You got a problem with me. He's in my bio. There you go. Coming up next, Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo, Unfiltered. We're back tomorrow. See you.
Now,